Suicide. Oh,
We
Lord.
are going live.
Wonderful.
All you Whisper.
Yay, it's me. Hi, I am your GM for this evening. Oh no, DM. Sorry, wrong game. I'm the Dungeon Master. My name is Whisper. I'll have my players quickly introduce themselves, both their usernames and their character names. And maybe give me like a little, like 1 or 2 sentences about your character. We forgot that last week, but that could be very helpful if anyone's watching.
Ah, shit.
Start with Steamer.
Saber, I play Steamer Johnson. He is basically the Johnny Bravo of the D&D world. He's quick to introduce himself to the ladies, even though he may not be successful. But he's always the first one in the battle or into an edgy situation. He's sure to maybe jump onto a rocket-propelled device into a ship. You never know what he's going to do next because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he's definitely never done that before. How about you, Echo?
I'm Inkwix. I play Echo O'Deal in this game. Echo is the local heal bot. He's doing his best to keep everyone alive, and that is a really, really hard job.
Sorry.
It is.
Not Steamer's
Let's go with... No, let's go with Henna next.
I think she's AFK.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just came back. I missed the prompt though. What's up?
Who are you?
Just
What do you play?
introduce yourself and your character and give us a quick sentence or two about your character as well.
Oh, okay. IRL or just character?
Character.
Just character.
Okay. So Henna is a ranger of not questionable, but not like super strong-held morals. Who joined shortly. Who joined shortly before most of the party, but after Valerie. And she basically left small town and rangery family where she was the only female, and decided to kind of use this as her opportunity to see the world. When the friend that she was protecting decided to abscond, she was like, fuck it, might as well.
Makes sense.
Oh, sorry, are we in language restriction?
Hello, I'm Anze.
No, you're fine.
I am Anze. Anze is a character that seems everyone wants to kill him at one point or another. So, yeah, that's Anze.
That is the most succinct and accurate description of Onzi I could have possibly imagined. Well done. Dusty.
Thank you.
I'm Beefcakes. I play Dusty the Mage. Kind of just a troublesome old wizard who likes to smoke pot and adventure with people. No real direction in adventuring, but likes to follow along.
Fair enough. And finally, Valerie.
Hey, I'm Dasher112. I play Valerie Saval. She's previously an elf, now a daemon. She's known for a few things: spending far too much time thinking about things, dying, and not hitting things with spells.
Yeah, that's about right.
And she's an illusion mage, so doesn't quite work out for her very well.
I don't know who's doing construction on the room, but could you please quiet it down just a little bit?
That'd be white.
That might be me.
That's Henna.
Wow, that was
Sorry.
a very racist thing to say there, buddy.
Banned. All right, quick recap.
Twitch banned.
Last couple weeks, you guys successfully retrieved the artifact from the belly of the giant, essentially rock worm, kind of like a purple worm if you're used to 5th edition, only this one's actually essentially a demigod. They're not nearly as common in this world as they are in the typical D&D realm. But they had to literally sacrifice themselves by being eaten by this creature, which then transported them to a demi-plane. After a little bit of searching and a lot of acid damage by a couple people who stubbornly refused to buy protection, even though I warned them about it, you found the pair of goggles and a couple other goodies that were owned by a crazed kobold who worshipped the creature that had eaten him at some point. He then abruptly attacked Anzi when he offered to trade Henna as essentially a slave in exchange for the goggles. Apparently his virtue of respect did not allow him to let a slave trader live.
Fake news.
Fake news. Anyways, you were able to defeat him and find out that the shorter of his two blades allowed you to do long-range teleportation once in a very long while. After Onzi sunk everyone else in the ocean beneath the ship and then somehow got himself on the ship safely, the rest of you all departed from the continent of Fenris, the homeland of the Gnolls. Greneth, the spirit who inhabits the ship, told you your next destination was Oxalot. You were looking for a flail. I don't remember if he gave you much information other than the fact that it was currently held by the current king, an orc, whose ancestor about 5 or 6 generations ago was the first and essentially established a line of orc kings in the ogre nation, the first time that anyone other than an ogre had ruled the place. The original king was Udir Feltalon, so apparently this is one of his ancestors. You guys boarded the Relic Hunter and traveled essentially around the continent to get to your new destination. Landed in a small harbor town, and on your way to Leader City, which is the city ogres, they're very creative with their naming. But on your way to Leader City, you found a small tower, which you decided to take refuge in, and unfortunately a bunch of ogre slavers ambushed you in the middle of the night. They nearly managed to get away with both Valerie and Echo, however, with the help of the rest of the party, and Echo smartly cutting a hole so he could cast his spells while still stuck in a bag. You were able to down all of the creatures without losing any of your own party members, although 2 are very close and currently are unconscious but stable.
Thanks
And
for
those-
waking me up.
I'm going to say that Onzi and Valerie have been woken up, but you still have no hit points until someone deals with your injuries or you guys decide to take another long rest. But it's about 2 in the morning right now, so what are you guys doing?
Well, there's one other thing that I forgot to mention about Valerie. She's the only original player character from the start of our campaign.
Yes, one of the others went insane and killed 3 of the others, and then he got put down by Onzi. I believe it was Echo and Steamer. Yes, that's correct.
Yep.
And then the 6th one, I can't remember what happened to them. Although that was Henna. She just joined shortly after. Anyways, on to the present. What are you guys going to do? You're still in this tower. There's several dead ogre bodies all around you. You've already
I'm gonna
looted
lie
them.
here unconsciously.
I'm assuming that you've been woken up by now. You and Valerie both, but you're still at 0 hit points and unable to do much other than talk and crawl around.
All right, so basically I'm laying on the floor with a ton of cut wounds and bruises and struggling to breathe.
Probably.
Basically.
I'm gonna ask Hannah if she thinks that it might be safe to rest here for the rest of the night.
I don't know that I would have particular insight into that.
Roll survival.
Um,
Actually, what about your primeval awareness? I don't think it works on ogres, but you might as well check.
Yeah, that's what I'm pulling up.
No, they're none of those types. You can roll survival just to get a sense of them
Okay.
and whether or not you think they'll come back for you in the night.
Oh yeah.
They seem vicious. They seem very cruel, and you wouldn't put it past these creatures that you really don't have any encounters with before now to come back and repeatedly attack you. So it's certainly a possibility, but it's also not. I mean, it's a coin flip at this point. They might come after you again. They might leave you alone at this point, having proven your strength to them.
Can somebody please treat my wounds at some point here?
I'm not able to treat. So I'm going to scout. Did we come from this direction?
South. Came from down here.
Okay. Let's see. So they came from south behind us and were headed north.
They came in all
Okay.
3 directions.
Well,
There was
there's-
one here. There was a group of 2 of them down here, and there was a group of I think 3 up here. So they surrounded you before they approached. So you don't know, unless you like walk out and start looking around for tracks in the middle of the night. You're not really gonna
Can
know.
I try to do some tracking, see if there's a direction they didn't come from, and
It is the middle of the night. I'll let you make that attempt with disadvantage, but just keep in
Okay.
mind you're walking out in the wilderness all by yourself at that point, unless anyone's coming with you.
Okay, so why don't you guys? I'll head out and do some tracking, see if I can find a place with some safer cover while some of you guys stay back to heal and drag in orc bodies. So at least if we leave, we're not blatantly announcing to passersby that there was a skirmish here.
I'll bury the orc bodies, that's fine.
Okay.
After I healed up Valerie and Anza.
Okay, so Valerie gets 6 and Anzi gets 9. You guys are both stable and able to act
Yeah.
normally.
It sounds like this was the best direction.
Just roll survival. It's going to be with disadvantage, just to try and find their original source of their tracks and where they broke off from each other.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah. Yes, you do find it. It came from the essentially northeast, somewhere up here. The tracks lead
Okay.
off, and then they split about 100 feet out past the map, and that's where they all gathered around in order to encircle you before attacking.
That's the direction they tried to drag Echo too.
Yes.
So
Then again, southeast is where they tried to drag me. So
They were probably just trying to split off and
You guys do have a map, but at this point, we've established at least one of you has a map of the general continents, so you could look it up and see if there's any major cities in both directions, in case you're curious.
are there any major cities in any of the directions?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Leader
Map.
City is directly in the direction that they originally came from.
Mhm.
There's
which one? Sorry.
the capital of Akshalat, which is called Leader City. You'll find the ogres have very funny ways of naming things. Came from this direction, which is pretty much exactly where the group, the slaver group, came from. Not exactly in the direction that Valerie is being dragged off, but more almost directly east. There's what looks on the map. The icon is like a little Colosseum-looking thing, and it's called Crunch Squish Die.
I wonder what happens there.
Did we
Knitting
get-
circles.
Do we get a rest or
Get a
not?
rest.
You guys did not finish your rest. You'll have to start over because you were ambushed.
Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's 2 in the morning, so you'll be done at about 10 or 11 in the morning.
I
What are
say
you touching, Steamer?
Myself? What else would I be touching?
I was gonna say, I love
that
that
was a
that's the
silly
name of it.
question.
What do you mean? Who else would you be touching?
Oh, is there a line? You guys
Is
wanna
that
get
not
in order, or-
obvious?
I start with me, then whoever else after that.
I'm talking about Steamer's character.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, right. Yeah, my bad.
Oh man! All right. So you've certainly identified the direction in which the tracks came from. What else are you guys doing? Are you camping here? Are you pressing on? You'll be risking exhaustion if you keep going much longer, since you did not finish your full rest yet.
Well, let's
We
rest.
should
Let's
just
rest.
rest.
Let's keep pushing.
Hannah, did you see anything like nearby that's not this place?
I don't know. Can I roll again for survival to see if I can scout out? I would go in this direction. I think I would go due west.
Okay.
Can I roll?
I was just looking at map first, but if you want to just go wandering off in a random direction, I'm fine with that.
The
Well,
northeast
not.
is where
do we
we should be
have-
worried.
Do we have a map that we can
Yeah.
check?
You
Okay.
guys just did that a few seconds ago to find out where Leader City and Crunch Squish Die were.
When
Right.
Hannah goes, Steamer goes with her.
Well, but I mean, like, would it have like, is it detailed enough that we would see if there's another place that we could?
It has major
That's nice.
cities and landmarks. So if there's something big over there, you would know. If it's like a little village, you would not find it on the map.
So yeah, so just like a place to hunker down for the night isn't going to be then.
That's what you're looking for. Go ahead and roll
Yes.
perception. See if you see any campfires or anything like that. Because I'm assuming you don't want to just go roving into the night. You don't see anything. You can do survival if you're willing to travel a ways away. But who knows what the hell will happen to you if you go out that far.
No, she has Steamer with her as well.
I have full
you two could go.
I have full HP, and I am never the one to take it, so I'll do survival.
Nice roll.
I feel like I survive it.
You travel along the steamer for about an hour, just looking around. You find a well-used footpath at one point, so you kind of following it off to the side in case someone comes across. And you do find a small village of about 17 or 18 small huts. It doesn't look like anything major, just a small community of what looks like farmers. You do recognize that the place smells absolutely atrocious from thousands of feet out when you approach it. Just smells like garbage has just been sitting there for months and months and months, and no one's cleaned it up.
So it smells like ogre.
Essentially, yeah, it smells like ogre.
Would one
so
describe
yeah,
it as
wait.
the smell of death?
No, because it's not mostly dead things. Unless you count like food as dead, then yes.
So I'm gonna take that information back to the group then and let it be a group decision.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's about 3:30 in the morning by the time you get back.
Okay. So they've had a short rest, is what you're saying?
Yes, everyone else has had a short rest. You guys can use hit dice to recover HP if you wish.
I shall do so.
And Valerie, you can use your arcane recovery if you haven't used it yet.
Wait, I can reload that. I can re-roll that because that's lucky. No, wait.
Nope, it's not a D20.
Shit.
You gotta
Nice
take the
roll,
two.
man.
You can spend more than one though. As many hit
I only
dice
had
as you
one.
have. Oh, you only had one left. Okay,
Yeah, because we didn't take that long rest, so they don't. Because hit dice only replenish on long rests, right?
Yep. That's correct.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
don't have any.
unfortunate, Anzi.
I just have one. I can live with that.
Well, I've only used one spell slot, so
You might as well
Do my
replenish
death
it
save?
while you
Do
can.
my death save things reset?
Yes, once the encounter ends, once you're no longer in danger and you take a short rest, they do reset, so you're fine now.
Get taking those off.
I am max health.
Huzzah. So Henna and Steamer return. They relay the information to you guys.
wait, Steamer, do you get to use hit dice?
Why wouldn't I?
Didn't you go with Henna?
We came back.
Yeah, you didn't get to take a short rest, Steamer, because you were
Oh.
walking the whole time.
Okay.
Is he at full HP anyway?
He's
No,
close enough.
Not anymore. Yeah. I just realized my mic wasn't on.
Nice.
I got a lot to manage over here, buddy. You see all my screens are full right now.
Oh, I'm sure. And thank you for managing it.
Yep.
Just a quick question about the stream. So if someone does follow, how many? They only get one crit fail or crit success, correct?
To give it anyone they
What?
wish, yes.
Just want to double check.
Wait, what?
Anyone who follows us gets to assign anyone they want, including me, with a crit fail or a crit success.
So they can just go, oh, hey, that roll, that's a success?
Yep.
Or failure, yes.
But it's a crit success or a crit fail.
Damn.
Yeah, 20 or 1. And I'm going to ham it up when it's used. It's not going to be a normal crit success or failure. It's going to be something epic.
This is kind of like Roman Colosseum.
God's hand reaches
Well,
down and
little
crushes your enemy.
Like the thumb, up, down, up.
You're
It's the
assuming
least-
they like you more than me. Be careful about the assumption.
I figure it's the least we can do considering they're turning it into us, so.
I agree.
Mhm.
I do regret the thing I gave Krasdar. I'm going to have to fix that. But
Mickey
Moving
And
on.
Henna appreciates all of you.
every last one of you, wink.
You're all special.
In one way
What
or
you guys
another.
doing? Jeez. What's the plan?
So we found a place to go, yes?
Yes.
And everybody's rested, yes? No?
Well, we do
Yes?
have an option of camping near the village so that there are. I feel like we'd be less likely to be ambushed near just any kind of settlement without physically going into the settlement. But we do run the risk that they're hostile.
Many risks.
Make a decision.
Valerie's up for anything, but she just wants to sleep.
Let's just rest it out.
Well, I mean, we're going to do that either way, but where? Here or there?
Let's just do it here.
All right.
Ugh.
Valerie's good with that.
There's only one watch in the night. The people watching at the daytime are going to automatically succeed their perception checks. So who's taking the first watch?
I'll do it.
Anyone else?
I got
Does
second and
anybody?
third.
Well, Steamer and Valerie still need to recover HP, don't they?
It's only
Almost
5 apiece.
everyone but you does. You and Echo and Dusty.
Okay, I'll take it.
No, everyone recovers HP. I'm just finding out who's watching while it's still dark out.
I'll
That's
take
all I need to
second.
know.
How's my perception? My perception is a 2. What's your guys' perception?
Hannah's got it.
I'm taking second.
Okay, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, Hannah, roll perception.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm gonna be like on the lookout out here though.
Sure.
I have a bad feeling about this. So.
Before Valerie's gonna go over here, and before she lays down, she's gonna go, Hannah, wake me up next time, and then fall over asleep.
You don't see anything, but luckily that's a good thing because there is nothing to see.
Oh,
You wake Steamer up just as the sun comes up, and the rest of the watch is pretty easy with the sunlight. It's obvious nothing's approaching you. Nothing's anywhere near you. Steamer, you do see as you're walking around. You get on a small hill nearby, and you see the village is stirring to life, and they're just going about their daily business, farming and going to a small lake nearby to fish. It's pretty obvious that they're not slavers like the previous band that just attacked you. The rest goes by without any encounters or incidents. So go ahead and recover your HP, recover your hit dice, and any spells that you've spent.
Hmm.
Pardon me.
I am actually, my HP and everything is fully recovered. Could I take the time to gather supplies for Poultice?
Yeah, no problem.
Do I still have the sandals?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going over my sheet. Making sure I don't have
Wait,
the
sorry, was
hat.
that for the whole party or just for Steamer? I missed that. That was my bad.
My sandals?
No, oh, just the health regen. I didn't. know.
Everybody, it's a long rest, so everyone
Oh, okay.
gets their HP and their hit dice back.
Okay, thank y'all. And I can do that. Okay, much better.
Okay, what are you guys doing? It's the middle of the day at this point. Leader City is one full day's travel from where you are, so you can probably make it just a couple hours after the sun goes down.
Let's go.
Hi ho.
Let's go.
Did you just call me a hoe?
Whoever's leading, I need a
The song
perception
says-
check as you're
Okay.
traveling just to see if anything's approaching.
I feel like I don't even need to roll at this point.
Did you I didn't notice yourself.
Steamer, as you guys are traveling, you do see a group of about 7 individuals dressed similar to the slavers that ambushed you. They do notice you. Like you're just staring at them as you're walking, and you see them all stop and staring back at you, and they recognize that you notice them. And they just kind of watch you for a few minutes as you're walking down to, of course, Steamer goes shields up. They just kind of watch you for a few minutes, not making any attempt to hide themselves. And then they make a hand gesture in your direction that you don't really recognize.
I make a hand
then
gesture in their direction. They probably don't recognize.
They probably don't
Figures.
because your culture is so very different. But then they start off in a different direction. They do not seem to pursue you, and you see no sign of them again. And you guys make it all the way to Leader City. So it's a few hours past dusk when you get up to the gate, and the gate is currently closed. There is a moat of what can only be described as worse than sewage surrounding the whole place. Apparently, that's also where they throw all their garbage. So the stink you got from it smells like a ruptured septic tank from a half-mile away from this place, and it just gets worse as you get closer to it. There are 3 guards, ogres, wearing chainmail, standing on the small drawbridge over this moat of disgustingness, and one of them approaches you and says, What's your business here?
You don't want Steamer to talk, guys.
Do we have
I say Steamer
salary back?
talks. He's an intellectual.
Come on.
He's on an ogre level.
We gotta give him a shot, guys.
So I'm gonna like lean forward and whisper kind of to Steamer without getting close enough that I'm physically. I'm gonna take the wrong way and say, "Tell them we seek refuge for the night."
So Steamer
Tiny
feels,
puny creatures, what are you doing here?
Steamer feels empowered by the fact she just like turned to him and says, "We seek." What'd you say?
Refuge for the night.
We seek refuge for the night. He smiles at Hannah.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
I think you definitely gave me too much credit for that one. You say persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
Oh, that's my jam.
Normally, if you don't have
Is it though?
disadvantage.
Not even normally in this case.
The ogre just kind of like scrunches his eyes at you and says, "No, puny things don't get rest here. If you don't survive, you don't deserve rest.
Did he
Go
call me
find
puny?
another place." The
I
puny
mean,
goblins.
we traveled
live
all the way here and we're not dead, so
I look at him in the eyes. I say, please.
Please?
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Please. We need a place to sleep tonight. We've been on a long journey. Please, help us.
They did horrible things to you in the Colosseum. I can see it in your eyes. I've heard
Unimaginable things.
I've heard stories of what they do to small, pathetic things like you in the Colosseum. Not good. You may come in.
Thank you.
He motions to the guards, who then open the gate for you.
Is that spell the equivalent of like Puss in Boots cat
that's
face?
not
What's
a
his background?
spell.
Anze just died on the inside, by the way.
Oh, background.
I'm sure he did. Leader City's
Why?
pretty big. It's a population of around 60, 70,000, and ogres are big, so their houses are big. It's a pretty big, sprawling city. You do notice there are a few inns near the entrance that you came in through. Otherwise, you're probably going to need a guide or someone who knows what the heck you're looking for in order to make any progress here. You could spend days wandering around and find nothing if you're not careful. So, just word of the wise. You'll need some help trying to find your destination, most likely.
Is that helpful at all?
That if you know where you're heading, you can take the most direct route there. And crowds basically don't impact you at all, but you need to know where you're going to use it.
Okay.
And I mean, in general, if you're like looking for the King's Palace, you'll know it's that way. Or if you're looking for something distinct in a city, you'll know where it is in general because most cities are built the same way.
Well, we're looking for an inn that would take
Good
us.
to know.
Would I know from the flow and energy of a city where the nearest inn is?
It's right next to you. There's always an inn by any major city in this time period would have an inn right next to the entrance. So yeah, there's going to be one or two of them right where you are.
Good job, Valerie.
I'm so helpful.
No roll required.
That's how you know you're the best.
So I'm assuming you choose one of the inns and enter.
What are our inn options?
You're going to make me make up names?
Yes.
Just
Yes, I do.
I hate you all.
Thank you.
I'll just take a description, but
That's a terrible.
if they want
name.
names,
I want a
they
very
all look-
in-depth description.
They all look somewhat run down, unfortunately. What's a good name for an inn? Oh, it's Ogre Town. This is easy. I just name a bunch of random crap, and it's pretty much right on. There is the Fat Puppy. There is the Dog's Bollocks,
What the?
and there is Frankie's.
Frankie's.
Yep,
Frankie's.
those are the inns that you find.
I
near
like the
entrance.
puppy one.
I'm going to Frankie's, yo.
I'm going to the puppy one.
That puppy or dog's bollocks? Oh.
I think I want to see. I want to see why it's called Frankie's instead of like
The
Cat
balls.
puppy.
the dog's bollocks.
Not balls, bollocks.
Are you guys splitting up?
I don't. Well, that's a good idea.
I have Frankie's curiosity. I'll go with.
So you guys going to Frankie's?
Okay, I'll follow the group when I realize that they're pulling away from me.
Okay.
I have a use for them in
Huh?
this case.
That's weird. It's like you knew we were gonna pick Frankie's.
What's that?
I wonder if it was going to be the same either way.
No, definitely not, guys. He had drawn out. No.
Looks a hell of a lot like a fat puppy to me. I'm just saying.
It's definitely something I did not just pull off the internet 5 minutes ago.
I literally see a book on the shelf that says "Puppy Inn." I feel like we're in the wrong inn, guys.
So welcome to Frankie's. Yeah, there's not a lot of guest rooms, unfortunately, here.
Steamer
They
says,
do have
I guess
storage
we'll have
for
to
your-
share a room, huh, ladies?
I'm with Steamer. Shotgun.
You are not with Steamer.
I am. Do we not respect shotgun or dibs here?
I mean, there is a stable over there, so.
Okay, you go sleep in there, ladies. Let's go.
Oh god, it's amazing.
Anze stops.
As you guys walk in, an ogre comes walking out of the room. I'll say Steamer went in first. Says,
Oh God.
"Kinda late. You need rest."
Yes.
Kind of like looks out the window at the six of you. 1 gold, good enough for me.
My horse out there, Anze, will need to be able to stay in the stable.
That's fine. Not covered. 1 gold, please.
Oh, I have it. Okay, I'll give it to him. Oh, I got lots of gold.
I
He gives
don't
you
have a gold.
He gives you a forced smile and say, "You break anything, I break you. Good night." And he goes back into his room.
Is it 1 gold a piece or just
No,
Steamer
just
got it?
1 total.
I got it.
He
It's all
paid
good.
for everybody.
So
Is
I'm
there
gonna wait
anything in
until-
the upper floor?
There is no upper floor.
Well, there kind of is.
Is there?
I mean, according to this,
Oh,
but
wow. Where did that come from? I didn't see that. No. I'm going to say it's like run down. Like the upper floor is collapsed.
Guys, I have an idea. We should fix the upper floor to see if he'll cut back a discount. I want to see it really badly.
Dude, it's 1 gold. Who gives a
that's
shit?
not
Let's
what I
move on
meant to
in
do.
life.
I'm gonna wait
Oh.
until
Anze's clearly being sarcastic. Sorry.
Steamer picks his room and then go ahead and
Come
go next
on.
door.
And then you're doing what?
Go ahead and go next door.
Okay. What are you doing to my map?
There's no upper floor.
Oh,
Wow.
I see.
I'm fixing it.
Uh,
Is this Dusty in this one?
yeah.
I'm gonna go in the room that probably has the best weed.
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk in this room.
All right.
Right near the bed.
You've joined the right room.
Nice.
Steamer just goes out.
I'll say to
Let's not forget that Anze did look right up my dick, so I haven't forgotten
Yeah,
that.
that
I'm
didn't
gonna-
happen.
It's
Valerie's
not my
gonna
fault.
go
It's at head height
lay on the bench in the corner.
Okay.
when I'm on my knees.
Where you going, Echo?
I'm letting Ozzy sleep alone.
Hey, I get my own room. I get my own room.
Okay.
I am going to spark some of that fine ganja that I got from the Kobold City.
Is it some of the special stuff?
No, it is going to be my sleepy weed.
Okay.
I want to RP Val.
So this sweet smelling aroma comes from Dusty's pipe, and as he's inhaling it, you notice he just quickly goes into a semi-catatonic state, and you feel drowsiness starting to take you over much faster, Henna, than you used to.
Anze's clocking out, by the way. He's going to sleep.
Okay.
With the squint in my eye, I look at Henna and I say, "You want some of this?"
I'm gonna say, I think I kind of already got some of this.
No, you don't even know. I'm gonna kind of mildly, like, with what little energy I have left, hold it out towards her.
I'm gonna pass, but I'm gonna close the window.
Probably a good idea.
Get a little clam bacon here.
So the three of you in the common room, can I get a perception check because you guys are falling asleep?
Well, I'm not going to sleep yet. I wanted to actually RP with Val.
Okay.
So,
So Echo, are you going straight to sleep? Just to clarify real quick.
Sure.
Okay, could you make a perception check? Nice. As you lay down on that bench and you look at the table right next to you, you notice there's two essentially war axes tied to the bottom of the table.
I mentioned this to Steamer and Valerie before.
I checked the bottom of the table next to us.
There is a long rifle tied to the bottom of your table.
Hmm.
oh, I'm curious now. I'm looking over here.
Dagger. That one's a sawed-off shotgun.
What the?
Hmm.
Stuart actually suggests that we just leave him alone.
Would I know how to sabotage a rifle?
No.
Okay.
You'd have to be proficient to have any chance of doing anything with it other than blowing your own hand off.
That's a risk we're willing to take. Go ahead.
With my luck, if it did that, I'd be dead.
Yep.
And my health.
And you'd kill one of us.
So Steamer and Valerie.
So Steamer notices that she is scribbling in her notebook and walks over and says, "So you're good with words?"
I mean, relatively, yes.
He pulls out the paper, the ink pen, and the ink out of his backpack and says, "I literally don't want these. Do you want them?"
Can you repeat the last thing you just said?
I've got 10 paper, 1 ink pen, and 1 ink. He wants to give them to you because he has no use for them.
I'll take the ink and the pen. I have no use for the paper. I have the book, but thank you.
No problem. Steamer winks at you, goes over here and lays down.
Valerie shakes her head a little bit, like she doesn't really understand why he did that, and takes this stuff. Is this something important that I should like actually put in my inventory?
It's yours now. Let's get out of mine. I'm just trying to clean my inventory out, basically.
Steamer's a very conscientious cleric. He refuses to just throw things on the floor like most adventurers. He has to actually give them to people.
Yep. Or recycle it.
This is recycling in medieval times. You have to give it to someone. That's how you recycle things.
It's a very shitty system.
Just out of curiosity, because I don't know the answer. Valerie, did you put the flower on the table or did someone else?
Yeah, no, that's an illusion.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Minor illusion.
Just curious. Okay.
It's just
I assume at some point
it's
you
just
both...
a little blue flower.
Okay. I assume at some point you both go to sleep as well.
Yep. I mean,
Okay.
I do.
I need Dusty, Henna, and Anzi to make a perception check. The other three are going to automatically be woken up.
Perception check coming right up, good sir. Rolling. Oh, hey! I'll
Anzi
take
will be
that.
waking up.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
Dusty and Henna, please. Yeah, everyone's going to wake up.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a loud banging at the front door. It's actually the door closing. And a group of 3 ogres just kind of come marching in. Just talking to each other. They get to this point, open the door here and realize that the common room is full, and then they awkwardly stop talking to each other. And they just take seats at this table here.
Are we awake in the room?
Oh yeah, you guys woke up when you heard the slamming and the talking. All of you are awake at this point.
Well,
And you guys can hear the innkeepers in the kitchen. You can hear like dishes and something's being cooked in there.
and this is like the middle of the night?
I'm
No,
gonna
this is in the morning after the long rest.
Oh.
Be over.
I'm gonna look over at Echo and like
Sorry, I
tilt my
didn't
head a
clarify
little bit. Like, should we not be here?
Echo is going to take his time to don his armor again because he's not sleeping in
Okay.
there.
Shit, where'd the time go?
I'm gonna try to wake Dusty up.
I'm awake.
Yeah, Dusty woke up.
For real? All right, then I'm gonna head out and grab a stool at the table by Valerie and Steamer, maybe. Oh,
Okay.
Jesus, it doesn't
No,
line up.
nope,
Squares.
nope, no give back. Get your butt back over here.
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't. The
sleepily.
squares don't line up with the stools, and it upsets me.
Do it now. You should be able
Oh,
to.
are we free-forming the map now?
I'm going to sleepily like sit at the table next to these orcs, or
Oh.
ogres, not realizing that it's not our group of people.
Oh, good
So when you
lord.
say
The three of them look at you. They're talking before you enter in, and then they just kind of stare at you for a good long while as you sit down next to them.
I'm ignorant to it.
I'm gonna get up and go over and be like, "Hey, Dusty, I saved you a seat at our table."
Oh. Oh. Sorry about that,
I'm
gentlemen.
gonna walk over and go take a seat at their table.
I feel like you just
They
did
they
that.
like stir talking for a couple seconds until you pull the chair out, and then they just look up and stare at you and stop talking again.
Is it something I said?
Valerie is now holding the bridge of her nose, looking down
What-
very
What
disappointed.
do you want, human?
I want to be your friend.
Why?
Seem like friendly people. I like to associate myself with friendly people.
Anzi won't know what this means, but those of you who spent the night here realize this guy has reached under the table and grabbed something from under it.
Okay.
A different one continues talking. We don't need friends with punies like you.
Okay. I walk away and I go sit with my friends.
He puts it back, whatever he grabbed, which you, three of you know.
Friends.
Echo, at this point, we'll just hand wave your armor and it's back on now. I do appreciate the commitment to realism, though. Do any of you speak ogre by any chance? No, you're not acclimated yet. You'll be in an hour.
I speak Dwarven. That
They're not at all similar.
No, I get
No,
Titan,
no.
but not ogre.
sounds
Elven,
English
mundane, and
Arabic,
infernal.
Okay.
With
back-
Titan, they actually share a common root, so could you roll insight for me?
Okay.
So you can pick up a few words here and there.
Or I could just click out of the whole page altogether. There we go.
That's a good idea, too.
Is it like French and Spanish?
They share similar roots, so yeah. It's like two romantic languages, which probably is what you just said.
You mean French and Spanish or Italian and
I
Spanish?
always thought Titan and ogre were romantic languages.
You pick up something about the burnt mountain and great prey. Prey as in monsters rather than the religious activity. You don't pick up anything else.
An E.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going to turn to Anzi and go, I have a feeling we're not going to be accepted as much here. You might want to refrain from doing things like that.
Trying to be friendly.
Butting into other people's tables probably is not a smart idea.
Expect us to make friends then.
Refer back to the last comment.
So what are you guys doing?
If nobody else has something that they're doing, I'm going to go up to the kitchen to ask the owner if I can purchase a drink, or I don't know, like.
Is
do
this-
we have
is this
ogre
open?
breakfast food?
Is this wall open?
We'll say yeah, so you can see you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the buffet, and order what I'm guessing is gonna be a safe breakfast. But they have potatoes. Do ogres do potatoes?
Yes.
Yes. So order a potato plate. Does that go over okay?
What color?
I feel like brown is a safe color
Okay.
for potatoes. And while I was cooking it, I'm gonna say, I was curious to know, How far are we from Burnt Mountain?
To the ogres?
To the guy in the kitchen. The innkeeper in the kitchen.
The Burnt Mountain. Oh, you refer to in the hunting lands. It's just a day and a half northeast from here. Not too far.
Have you ever traveled there yourself?
No, far too dangerous for an innkeeper. Only warriors go there. They seek new pets, monsters, and foolish sentient creatures who would live there. Ones that can't defend themselves, take them, fight them in the Colosseum for money. Too dangerous for me. I prefer the stable life of running an inn.
Understood. Well, I'm gonna thank him for his potatoes and take him back to the table. Possibly eat them.
It's 2 copper for potatoes.
All right.
Hey, Henna, have you ever tried the blue potatoes from the Elven realm?
Can't say that I have. Feeling
They're
pretty
actually-
adventurous with brown today.
They're they're actually pretty good. You should try them at some point. It's weird. They're actually the best when you smoke them. I don't really know why, but you should try them with alderwood.
I feel like Dusty's probably tried them.
Did I
I
say
might
when
have.
you when I said smoke, I mean like smoked ribs, not like
And Dusty loses
a
attention.
cigarette.
Have you tried these blue
Dusty looks
potatoes?
disappointed.
Have I tried them? No, I have not.
So how can you vouch for these potatoes that you know nothing about?
Well, they were a kind of a legend in the slums of Zesta. I wish I could have tried them, but I
Uh,
never grew up in
So-
Elven land.
So that's
Yeah.
soul food.
Oh yeah.
hey, at some point, should we leave this place?
I'm good.
I want to stay
I'm
here
good.
forever.
I mean, yeah,
This
we
is the
might
game
as-
now.
Surviving
Is,
the inn.
is this a door right next to me?
Yes.
Surviving the inn
Okay.
simulator.
Lead on. Do I need to roll for surviving brown potatoes, or did I?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You chose a safe color.
Good.
Upon seeing these guys over here, I'm kind of gonna push Dusty behind me.
Right
Okay.
into me. Okay. Thanks.
Sorry. It's kind of what I do.
These two are dressed a lot like the slavers that you encountered. They have the same cloaks that let them turn into a rock. They kind of eye you, and that's fair enough.
I was fine
That's-
until you said slavers.
They look you over, and Steamer, you notice that they definitely are taking a mental record, especially of Valerie and Dusty. And then they walk into the inn.
I don't like the way those guys looked at me.
I like when they teleport through the walls. That bothers me.
No, I feel I feel almost violated. Actually,
Oh, I'm
that's
sorry. What?
Of course.
She said she felt
you know
violated.
I get really tired of you sometimes. Anyway, wherever we're going, let's go.
Agreed.
I feel like these slavers have a thing out for mages.
I'm gonna watch the door as they walk away.
Okay.
You know, stand on Echo's face.
They go sit at the other table.
As we're traveling, maybe we sandwich the mages then. Meaning like you walk in the middle.
I mean,
Not like what
I'm
Steamer was thinking.
I'm trying to be good over here, and you're not letting me
In
be
this
good.
instance, in this
That gets a
instance,
steamer line. I feel like that gets a steamer line.
it's
Yeah.
it's not as bad as the phrase I normally use, but
Make like an
I'm in the
Oreo
middle.
cookie.
What you doing, LMZ? You're just kind of standing there in the inn, staring at all the ogres.
I'm gonna walk out of the inn and go follow the. I'm gonna go follow the group.
Okay.
You take the other exit because you like being special.
It's just the way I like to live. Okay.
That's perfect.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Okay, where are you guys trying to head to?
Where are we going?
I don't know where
You
the
know
good
that the current king has the flail that you're looking for. He probably lives in the big giant palace in the center of the city.
Do we
I
want to
feel
go
like
there first?
Valerie, do you know what the king's palace is with your city secrets?
Before we do anything rash, are we really going to steal from a king?
I feel like we need to see the king before we make that decision. Like, see the palace.
To be fair, I'm kind of staying out of this, Whisper, for obvious reasons.
You kind of what?
I'm kind of staying out of this decision making for obvious reasons.
Fair.
Valerie can get you to the king's palace.
Yeah, you know, you can find a safe route very easily.
She's not super fond of the idea of stealing from a king.
Can I roll insight to kind of see what thrives these people's honor?
I love that idea. Do it.
system?
Raw strength
Do it.
and combat prowess.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Nice.
Lay off the weed, dude.
It's getting to your rolls, man.
Unfortunately, you don't get
Push your
advantage on that,
potatoes.
so that is a crit fail. You can't think of anything.
I mean, Valerie already can tell that it's likely to be raw strength
Can
and
I
hand-to-hand
think out loud?
combat prowess.
Yes, you can, and prompt someone else to attempt it if you wish.
What do you think runs these guys' honor system around here? I was thinking if we're going to approach this king, maybe we have some sort of name behind us as we approach him. These
I mean-
people seem very simple with these kind of things.
I would say like strength and hard work. That seems like.
You're laughing because you already know.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, I understand.
What is this
Um,
something that happened in your campaign as well?
Yeah. So that's why.
I've been here.
So
That's why I'm staying
I
out of
have an idea, but I don't think any of you are gonna like it.
We
Wait,
Uh,
does it involve a
Valerie-
donkey, a dress, and a vial of honey?
So they admire strength and bravery.
Valerie, the 10 is enough to realize that since you see slavers everywhere just walking through the capital city, you're pretty sure it's not only legal here, but encouraged.
That
Yeah, and also they looked specifically at me and Dusty, so I assume mages go for a higher price.
Possibly.
We just look squishier, weaker to them.
So you feel free to shoot this down, but I have an idea and I'll try to be brief with it. I overheard them talking about Burnt Mountain and going there to catch prey. Trophies of the living variety seem to be a big thing here. What are the
You
thoughts
want
on
you want to
capturing-
capture something from Burning Mountain and
And
trade
offer
it
it.
for the
Mhm.
flail.
I do.
It's crazy, but it just might work.
Figured I'd get Anzi behind that.
Valerie has the biggest shit-eating grin on her mouth right now.
In order to not meta, I'm still going to state that you have my shield and you have my spear for whatever you need.
I'm not too worried about you guys spoiling anything. You can feel free to engage if you wish.
Dusty and Echo.
I
no,
feel like
Echo.
this is a strong idea.
I didn't catch those. What?
You think that's a good idea? Is that what you said?
I do. I think we should take a pin. It's hard to not have our main leader basically not medding anything.
Well, Steamer wants to comment. How are we going to capture what we don't know what we need?
I propose that we go look at the Colosseum first to see what kind of beasties they have before we make up our minds.
My whole expression on my face is going to change to fuck that.
I don't know that I want to go near the plate. I feel like that's putting ourselves on a plate to be served up in the Colosseum.
You do make a good point.
High risk, high reward.
Or just high risk and no reward.
So
What kind of risk?
the ogre in the kitchen that I spoke to seemed pretty forthcoming with information on that thing where there's a bunch of slavers and angry ones here, but I would think we might be able to find someone else around here who could give us some of that information.
I mean, there's several what look like just normal townsfolk walking around.
Normies.
And so, like, the city is majority townsfolk, just
Mhm.
normal-looking ogres with the occasional more geared towards combat with those obvious markings of what seems to be a slavers guild. Just walking around amongst the locals, but they're like maybe 5 or 6% of the people you see. The vast majority are not like out to beat and enslave anyone they see that's weaker than them.
Does anybody have good charisma or persuasion? Want to ask?
I actually do.
Because that's not me.
I have persuasion, and what's the charisma? Yeah, I have charisma. It's kind of my thing.
It is.
I think I have 5 charisma.
I literally don't use it on you guys because that wouldn't be very nice of me.
Would you say you're kind of a big deal?
I don't think we should answer that question on the stream.
Oh, I have 3. Sorry.
Oh gosh. Damn it, Steamer. What you guys doing?
Have we just tried talking to anybody? Like literally just talking
No.
without violence or intimidation?
I talked to the guy in the kitchen. That's
That's
where we
true.
got.
That went well.
Well, people who matter.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, ask
He-
somebody. You know, ask a normie.
I mean, are we supposed to be talking to the king?
No, just,
a
like-
normie's not a king.
No,
Townsperson. Just find an NPC that looks friendly.
that looks friendly.
How
Okay.
about those guys in the bar?
Yeah, they look friendly. That's
So
fine.
not those ones.
I'm gonna mention. I'm
Okay.
gonna mention to him that they were reaching under the table to grab a weapon to kill him. How friendly
I
are
do
they
the
now?
same. That's why we need them.
So, for the
God.
sake of our own lives, can I just point to a like fucking town person and be like, just ask that one, Steamer.
Just ask that one.
Jesus, just ask that one if he knows anything about the Colosseum.
Okay. Is that what you want me to do?
Sure.
All right. So
She
I guess-
literally just asked you to do that.
Well, I know I get that, but okay. I mean, I know what the answer is going to be already. So I'm going to run persuasion and say, so what's the story of the Colosseum? Oh my God, on the Colosseum.
You want to know about the Colosseum?
I do.
It was built a long time ago. For testing our pets against one another. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I mean, everyone who lives here knows about the Colosseum.
Well, we're not from here. And what are your pets? Like, are we talking about dogs and cats or?
No, the slavers take anything that's weaker than them. They'll take monsters, they'll take animals, they'll take people like you.
They won't take a
If they
person like me.
deem you weaker. Well, like I said, if they think you're weaker than them, they'll try.
Yeah, they definitely take you, Steamer.
They typically don't tend to target folk like any gestures to the 3 people in armor. They prefer the he kind of makes a funny hand gesture. This type. Magical, I guess you would call it.
Interesting. So I'm going to relay that information back to my colleagues and say, does this help any?
Yeah, it kind of does.
So we know we need to protect those 2 over there, and I can point to the stoner and to the writer. Sandwich time.
So basically, we want. We're looking for a creature they would find him. Then that implies that we are strong.
I don't know. You broke up.
I said we're looking. So we're looking for something that they would. We
Again.
are strong.
Just killing me with the suspense.
I think she said they're looking for something that will prove that you are. Is that
Oh.
basically just of it?
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you want
Well
to do?
then, off to this mountain, I guess.
Without knowing what we're going for?
Yeah. I mean,
was
The
like-
same ogre you talked to, Steamer, kind of walks up slowly and says, "Do you need help finding something? I know the city pretty well, and you seem lost. Like, more lost than you should be.
Like
Like,
really,
you don't
really
know how to
lost.
think lost, and I'd like to help you if I can."
Yeah, Steamer's a little suspicious with this. Where is he at on the map?
He's not on the map. I could put him on the map.
No, just give me an idea where he's at so I can position
He's
myself.
right next to you.
All right, so I'm basically between him and my party because I'm kind
Sure.
of suspicious of the guy now.
He's unarmed. He's wearing like these big old glasses.
It
He's got a
doesn't
little
matter.
fez on that and kind of like scholar-ish looking. It's like worn down scholar robes essentially with a couple patches missing.
Yeah, he's an ogre and he's I'm suspicious. You know, it's Steamer.
No,
I
that's
feel like
fair.
you might be ogreist.
I think Steamer's definitely racist. So he's just standing there waiting for you guys.
Um,
All right, what do you have for us? Tell us what
Sorry.
you know.
About what? I know a lot about a lot.
we're interested
Fair
in
play.
fighting pets at the Coliseum.
If you want to find one, the hunting grounds is the best place you can go. It starts not 3 miles from here. Just travel east or northeast.
What
Towards
is the most
giant mountain would work.
what is the most sought after pet?
Unique ones that are one of a kind, large, terrifying, or a worm. If you
Steamer.
could get one of those things, you'd be quite cherished. But no one has managed to capture one and bring one here for 430 something years.
Did you say a worm?
Yes, dragons essentially. They have a different name here, and they have
Oh,
different
okay.
properties. I changed the
Oh,
name
wait.
because they're different
W-
enough that it could be confusing.
WYRM?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was the worm, and I was like, wait, we just came out of one of those.
Oh, that's a demigod. That's a totally different thing.
Speaking of worms. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Echo and like raise an eyebrow.
we have something we can look for.
You used to be able to find them on the mountain, but a group of, well, if we ever find them, we'll kill them. But they burnt the whole damn place down. Killed most of the exotic creatures. Now they've spread all over the continent. It's much harder to find them. Wait a second. He looks over at you, Echo. You seem a little familiar.
Hello.
You.
Hello.
How long have you been alive?
I've been alive for 27 years.
Hmm.
Okay.
You couldn't have done it then. If your ancestors ever been here, do you know?
I do not have the faintest idea.
Okay. Your face is very similar to one of the 6 that burnt the mountain down. I was just curious.
Oh, that's
Oh
a
my
joke,
gosh.
Tell me you get that a lot, Echo.
Yes.
Echo, I
yes,
thought you said they didn't know who you were.
Say that
Anyways.
to racist.
Is there a reason why you wish to find these creatures and fight them? Are you here for profit or for something else?
For honor and glory.
To find love.
I'm gonna tell them that we should go for a minute. Kind of with like an urgent face.
He pulls out a book and rips a piece of paper out and writes an address on it and hands it to Steamer. Cautiously, moving slowly because he sees you're agitated and says, "You can find me here. I'm a scholar in town. I have many books on many topics. If you need research or anything, I may be able to help you." And then he walks away.
I'm gonna hand that paper to Echo because words.
Thank you.
Give me a second, guys. The stream is broken for some reason. I don't know what's going on with it.
Can I copy that address from
Yes.
you, Echo? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
His name is on it too. He's Casdane. And his title he wrote is General Scholar. Not really sure what exactly that means.
That's
Dusty's apparently pacing back and forth.
Which city is this? How's it spelled?
That was weird.
Did you fix it? Leader City. One
Oh
word.
wow, that's
Yeah,
hard.
they're clever.
That was
So
I
you
weird.
guys
just
are-
had a genuine
you guys
idea.
are standing. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
That guy gave me an idea, Echo.
Mm-hmm.
You look familiar to somebody who might possibly be of great power.
Yes.
What if you posed as that person, or at least have that heritage behind your background?
I'd like to point out that he did say that they were the ones that burned the mountain, and he did seem to dislike that they burned the mountain, so that might not be the best idea.
It's an
But
idea
whose
that
most powerful people can burn mountains down? Would that not be a feat of strength?
Yeah, but
Good
didn't he
work.
say something about wanting to hunt them and killing them on sight?
we should all just think
Go to the
this-
mountain.
Also, I like that you have connections to your other campaigns, Whisper.
Oh yeah, yeah. They've done all kinds of terrible stuff, and I'm just bringing it back to haunt the two of them that are in here.
Oh, it don't bother me.
I unfortunately realized that.
So,
Actually, I mean, Whisper, I feel like I need to say something here because this is.
Huh?
I really feel like we need to go talk to the king.
No, you can say that to them.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah, we should really go talk to the king.
This isn't the same king, by the way. It's been
I know.
several hundred years. He's definitely dead.
I got you.
Okay.
But we don't know we don't know what we're looking for, and it seems kind of. It's like going to Walmart and just because you're hungry.
Yeah. A little
I
dangerous for you.
suppose it would be
and
a
then
bit
realizing that McDonald's.
presumptuous to assume he would want a pet.
And if he does, what does he want? Right? I mean, that's my only concern. We're gonna go capture things that nobody wants, and we wasted time. And but like I said, that's just my suggestion.
It would be nice to go to him with a plan, but I agree that having him select what he wants us to get might be the better option.
So to the king.
To the king.
To the king.
To the king! Valerie starts
Hail
marching
to the
off towards the king.
baby.
Can we do it in a very cartoony kind of way where we're kind of walking, like chanting back and forth to the king?
Oh yeah, no, Valerie's doing the whole like royal guard, like
Oh god.
clipping her feet on the ground. She doesn't do it for very long, but she does it.
She's goose stepping.
I like that it has a name.
Ah, yep.
Oh,
Hitler's
goodness.
youth were big on their names.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So you guys are heading straight there? No detours, no diversions?
Mm-hmm.
Not to my knowledge.
You guys are making me work out to keep up with you on battle maps, but I'm doing it. I'm gonna keep up,
That-
dang it.
Battle maps. I mean, like maybe we could take a detour then.
It's just the easiest way to find a map. And
I want to go to the sewers.
Uh,
Ask me why.
no.
Why?
Because I know you don't have a sewer map.
Let's go to the sewers, guys.
Anyways, so we're goose stepping to the king's palace.
Yes, you are doing that. ironic side note, I may not have a sewer map digital, but I do have a house for a sewer in real life. So if you were actually here,
Justin.
I could make you a really cool looking sewer. Well, but I can't. Can you guys see the new map?
No.
Oh, I haven't moved you there yet. Hold on. Pretty sure. So you walk up to the palace. It is a very nice looking palace indeed. Let me drag you over there.
Uploading.
Did you all shift?
Ooh.
Yes.
Great.
Hello.
Oh, there's a key.
Looks like. Oh gosh, this isn't going to be confusing. There's grid outlines on the map, but they're not the right
Oh
size.
no, they're not the right size. I tried to make them the right size.
Oh yeah, I hate premium apps like that to put the grid lines on there. So hard.
Yeah, just like that.
It's too big.
Searching for your bar.
It's old.
You're gonna get some OCD people seizures, dude.
I am indeed. Please hold. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. This is what happens when you're not a full professional. Grid be gone. There you go. You're welcome. So you walk up, and the 4 guards obviously stop you. What's your business here?
We're here to see the king.
We're here to
No.
hail to the king.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You have official business with the king.
I mean, that's why we're
here to see
here.
the king.
So I'd like to point out that there's a difference between us being here to see the king and us being allowed to see the king. Just saying.
Good rolls.
I can't believe you did that so quickly. That's impressive. Oh god.
By
no.
the way, what I just said, that was actually Valerie saying it.
Okay. No, you're not. You need official business, otherwise get off our property.
I'm going to say we are here to speak to the king about a pet for the Colosseum. For him, for the Colosseum.
He has hundreds of pets. Why would he want yours?
Because it's going to be a good pet.
Steamer says
Well,
because
is
we
it?
can bring a
That's-
worm.
How many worms does he have?
Someone needs to roll deception.
I have.
Well,
No,
we're
that's not
asking.
true,
It's an
because
actual question.
I said
I'm
we
a very
could bring a
deceptive
worm.
person.
Yeah, I said we could bring a worm. So we can.
Dusty
we
didn't
can.
even say anything.
Dusty, don't roll, dude. Holy
I will
shit.
bring.
Oh
Not
I'm not
bringing.
saying.
I'll do what they need.
Hannah spoke up. So she was involved. Steamer gave her advantage, so 22. He just kind of nods his head in disbelief and says, I'll be back. He just goes walking inside. The other 3 are just eyeing you very suspiciously at this point.
Steamer eyes on
How
back.
many-
What? It's a question.
You guys think we can kill a worm?
No.
Who
I
said
hope we
anything
can
about
capture
killing it?
one.
We need to.
Capture
We need
it,
to
not
be able to
kill it.
capture it. That's what's the problem.
Steamer speaks up. It's not a problem, guys, and he winks back at you guys.
I'll say I have a way to capture it.
Oh, god damn it.
And what is that way? One of the guards asks.
Steamer knows.
Steamer's not part of your madness. Steamer doesn't lie, remember?
The guard comes walking back. Bring us proof that you have it, and then you can speak with the king.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So it looks like we're hunting for a worm then, guys.
All right then.
I like how nonchalantly you just put that.
So, Whisper, is this? This looks like a forest. I'm just saying.
This is the only nice place in the entire city. Everything else is just dirt as far as the eye can see, and little like canals with sewage running down them. These guys have apparently never heard of making landfills. But there's this little circular, essentially what looks like a nice park, orbiting around this giant palace building. So yeah, you're in the only forest land within a couple miles of you at the very least.
Oh no, I'm okay. So like the mountain itself would not be.
There's forest around the mountain, but the mountain's outside of town. You'd have to leave Leader City and then walk a few miles before you get to the edge of the hunting grounds. And then there's forest, there's jungle, there's a lot of different environments there.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in terms of the hunting ground. I only have animals in forest.
You can, by the way, your primeval awareness does detect dragons, which would be worms. So if you want to use that, you could find out if there's one close. I think it only goes out a mile or two, but you know, if there's one really close, you would know.
Well, Hannah, it sounds like you're going to be using that every 2 miles.
Well, yeah. Do we leave the city then? Can we leave the city then?
It's up to you guys.
So steamers, I don't want to talk in front of these guards. Let's go talk somewhere else.
I'll assume you guys walked away. I'll just put you over here in the forest area.
Okay. So steamer says, do anybody know about worms?
They're
You can roll
Dracula
Arcana if you have it.
things.
I do.
Dusty.
Damn.
Apparently smoking weed has some advantages.
Yeah,
Dusty, you know that there are many different good herbal mixes that incorporate worm as part of the ingredient list. There's this really nice it kind of makes everything turn a little red, and I'm just kidding. Although that is true. They're absurdly powerful. They are creatures that are essentially the anathema to the mist. So like that cloud bank that surrounds each of the continents and what the shrouds are made of. Like whenever they're in a place where the mist is, whether it's the pall or a shroud or a veil, they like emit this bright blue sparking energy, and they seem to be damaging it. They're incredibly powerful. They fly. They have a variety of different breath weapons they can use, usually based on their color. And they live in a small island out in the middle of a region of the world than where you currently are. They're extremely rarely found outside of their home area unless they're actively hunting for a large wealth deposit.
So they wouldn't be in the hunting land that these people all go to for their
Oh hell no!
investment?
There's no money in there whatsoever. If they were there, it would be because they're plotting to attack a major city in Akshalat.
So steamer says, yeah, that's all great, wonderful. How do we capture it? He looks right at Dusty.
Can I think of anything in my Arcana that might relate to capturing one? Maybe sleeping it or wounding it internally?
Because of their nature, they're damn near immune to magic. Just in general, magic has a very low chance of them. It usually just impacts their scales, and then that blue sparking energy dissipates the spell. Extremely powerful spells like Wish will impact them, but none of you has access to anything like that right now.
So guys, I totally forgot. I have the gold ring that what was it? King's Favor. Does anybody?
Wait, you were wearing that?
We never talked to the king.
Yeah, but
Oh, right.
when you talk to noblemen,
they weren't
guards are not
noble. They were
nobles.
soldiers.
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
They were the hired help.
Yeah. No.
Since I have Draconic Bloodline as a sorcerer, would that have any sort of maybe insight?
I mean, 21 gives you all that insight you're gonna get. They're just absurdly powerful. I mean, usually if there's a worm causing trouble, the locals need to assemble an army of hundreds in order to stand a decent chance of taking it down.
So what you're telling me is we got a shot.
There are, of course, rumors or legends of powerful, smaller bands of heroes like you slaying a worm or two in their time, but that's usually like near the end of their adventuring days rather than near the beginning.
So hear me out.
To Valerie, no, they would not. They would speak a different language.
To be fair, to see the king, all we have to do is have evidence of a worm and not.
That's what they said. Just have evidence that you have it, and then they'll let you see him.
Mm,
Are we trying to capture a worm to trade for the flail? Or are we trying
I feel
to
like that's
see him?
as stupid as it sounds. I feel like that's the safest way to do it. Which yes, I know. Capturing worm doesn't really mix with safe, but like otherwise we're in the middle of we'd literally be trying to go in and talk with the king of this land and basically fake that we have something.
I do have a gold ring.
Yeah, but it's a gold ring versus an entire nation.
Can we
Excuse me.
fake maybe you possibly being royalty and seek counsel with the king?
Let's look back at our deception rolls, dude. That's all I'm saying.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, but really though, because
I mean,
otherwise, I don't really
honestly,
feel like it is.
At this point, I don't think that option is even available to us, considering they've seen us, they know who we are. There's that.
So are we gonna try to get evidence of a worm and fake it with the ring, or we're going after a worm?
I want to actually go for it. Valerie's into doing it.
I was down to worm until I heard army to capture, and then I
Yeah, but he also said there's a chance.
He also said at the late part of their adventures.
Yeah, but he
we are
said
level 3.
there's a chance.
Oh my
Valerie's
God.
like, but she's into it. She wants to
First
do it.
off, you have like 12 hit points or something. Do you really want to go fight a worm?
Sorry, 13.
Oh, my bad. Shit, yeah,
and
let's
I
go.
didn't say
We're good.
I didn't say fight. I didn't ever say fight.
I'm down, whatever. Let's do it. It's just going to be a huge
I feel
mistake.
like we have a better chance fighting all of the king's guard.
Yeah, but that okay. But that's a
About-
hell of a lot of attacks coming at you at a single
About how many
time.
guards are there that we would need to go through to get to the king?
An
I'm just
entire
saw
nation.
You saw 4 in the front door. You have no
See,
idea how many.
4. Yeah, an entire nation. You mean 4.
You don't know who's in the palace.
Good point.
Also, literally every slaver and soldier of this realm. Because, you know, he's the king of the realm.
Oh,
We could take a hostage.
Oh, who are we going
That's
to?
a good choice.
Nope.
I'm just spitballing, guys.
I like it.
I don't.
Well, I suppose gathering evidence of we're going to want to head that direction anyway.
Okay, wait. So, do we know where the worms are? Let's start with that question.
Yeah, they're on the island that Dusty talked about.
All right,
Nearby.
well, since we only need evidence, why don't we go to the island, find a scaler or some crap, and bring that back?
That's my point. We can go there, either get easy evidence, if we think we can handle it.
I don't know what she's saying.
You're
Am I
cutting out a
cutting in and
lot.
out?
Yeah, you might want to disconnect and reconnect.
Okay, I'm going to try to disconnect, reconnect then.
I was all into it, too. I'm getting a pet worm whisper, just so you know.
Not before Valerie is.
There we go.
I
Did
have
that
animal
help?
handling, buddy.
Did that
Do
seem
what?
to help?
I have animal handling.
Yeah, well, that's true. Valerie has other things.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to trigger Steamer, and he's not biting on this one.
No, I'm just saying, Valerie is now hard into this whole having a worm as a friend thing / companion / pet.
I think Steamer zoned out at hard into this.
Yeah, I stopped listening at that point. Imagination is done. Moving on.
Your loss.
God, I just.
I want everyone to roll perception, please.
Can do. Perception.
I mean, I cannot roll this shit today.
Let me.
And I'm rolling decently.
Yes, another 20.
Because we're not in a battle yet.
Dusty and Anzi, you overhear a voice coming in towards your general direction from the south. Apparently, walking through the same park that you guys have found a spot in. Just kind of mumbling out, "Damn you, tell Dawson, you stupid damn creatures, and your stupid damn ruining my business deals." And you can actually see him. He's like lumbering back and forth, very obviously intoxicated. wearing the vestments of wearing some very fine clothing, which is extremely rare in this town. Like nobody has good clothing, yet his is pristine and clean, and you actually see little hints of like gold trim going down the sides of his coat.
Hannah,
Hello?
would you like to come talk to this guy with me?
I would, but first, can I pull out of my pack some of my fine clothes and make sure I'm attuned to my gold ring?
Where are you going to change that the steamer won't be oogling you?
I'm not going to.
Fair.
I can no. I'll minor illusion. I'll do some illusions and make some boxes around her. Black boxes.
That technically works. So you're not changing, you're just pulling out your fine clothes?
No, I said I'm putting it on top.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
layering.
He's so incredibly oblivious that he doesn't even notice you guys are nearby. He's just kind of like walking past you like 10 feet to your right, just not noticing you, just mumbling to himself about this Teldasa person and how he's got such a large assortment of pets. And he just embarrassed him. He just keeps repeating those same phrases over and over again.
Okay. So shall we, Valerie?
Absolutely.
Where on the map
join
is this
you.
dude? Where? Oh,
That's way too big. Yeah, I said 10 feet, so he's like right here. I mean, you guys are out in the middle of this forest area. You guys are nowhere near the palace. But he's just slowly walking by you.
Hello?
Oh God, ghost! Oh, he like kind of like reaches out and touches your face. Oh, you're not a ghost. Hi.
No.
Hey, small thing. What you doing?
I couldn't help but overhear you're mumbling to yourself.
Oh, I'm not
You're right.
mumbling. I'm yelling. I'm angry. I'm very angry. When you find Teldasa, you tell her I'm gonna, I don't know, steal her pets or something. Stupid jerk.
What kind
Would
of
you
pet?
like- Would you like to tell us what happened that makes you so angry?
I would. Yes, I would.
Please do.
Let it out. Just let it out.
For one flask of alcohol, I'd be more than happy to tell you what happened. I've run out. I need more.
I'll
I'm
get
going to
you
ask
some.
him. Teldasa, you know Teldasa.
How about
Yes?
we make you a deal?
Okay.
We'll show you that we have the alcohol and we'll give it to you after you tell us.
Okay. You seem trustworthy. If you're not, I could just kill you. So, you know, 1/2 dozen of something.
Why would
I
you
heard
say
that once.
that?
So, let's see it.
I'm gonna turn to my group and go, so does any of the alcohol drinkers have alcohol?
Dusty?
He smokes
You
weed.
got weed.
Yeah.
You got weed, I'll take that too. That's good stuff. It
I'll
is
give
good
you-
stuff, right? None of that goblin crap.
I'll hand him. I'll spark a bowl with him.
What is it though? I need to know it's not junk.
Energizing weed.
I could use some of that. Helps with the hangovers. Okay. Teldasa. So, went to this meeting with kind of makes a spiraling up hand gesture that kind of confuses you. Him, you know, oh yeah, he lives there. He points over at the palace. And a
The
few other.
king.
Sure, whatever. And a few other people in my profession, you know, the pet trade and combat profession. Trying to offer him new specimens for his Royal Grand Battle thing that he's doing in the Coliseum in a couple days. And Teldasa just comes out and says, "Hey, I've got these new things that don't even exist. Never heard of them before." Went to the library, and unfortunately, they do exist, but that's neither here nor there. She made these wild, boastful claims that she has a bunch of pets that she could not have, and she made the rest of us look like fools. And when you find her, kind of like pokes you in the nose, Dusty, because you're closest. When you find her, you send her to me, and I'm gonna have my guards beat her up.
May I
That's
ask
what happened. No,
May I
give me
ask
some
what
weed.
these pets are?
What?
May I ask what these pets are that she claims to
Whose
have?
pets? Oh,
The-
Teldasa, yes, that dumb jerk. Oh God, I can't even remember. I was so angry. I remember one. It was a
Here, hit the sweet again. It's gonna help you
Oh
calm down.
yes, thank you.
It's not helping.
Oh wow, that's magical.
It is.
It's good. He just takes a gigantic drag that like burns half of it and then hands it back to you. His eyes are just like wide. His eyes are now just bloodshot instantly and wide open, but he's still swaying. Wow, this is confusing. I don't know what to do right now.
Damn it.
The one creature, it was an Umbra, shadow thing from an island far away, different region. Said it was powerful, like it could control shadows, including your own, and make your body do things it wasn't supposed to do. King was very interested in that. Never heard of him before. They're from very far away, like I said, and the fact that he has one of them. Oh, Ifrit. They were all weird. They were like, what's the word for fire and water and
Elemental?
Yes, they were all elemental. Like one was lightning and one was ice, but they were all humanoid. That she said, and it just we can't compete with that. We've never been to this land she's been to. We've never Echo. Yes, essentially. We've never been to this place that she went. We have no idea they even exist. So it just made us all look like damn fools. He reaches out and pokes you in the nose again, Dusty, and says, "When you find her, you send her to me, and I'll." Yes, guards, beat her up. That's right.
I'll do
Anything
this
else?
for you.
Good.
But
Like pats the side of your face. I knew you were trustworthy.
can
That
you
is
help
good
us
stuff.
capture?
Can I have some more?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand him the last of the bowl.
Yeah.
How would you feel about letting us take one of those creatures and we bring you this lady?
You're going to steal one of her creatures and then bring her to me? How about you just steal her creatures? I don't care if she's brought to me. If she loses all of her creatures, she'll look like the fool, and I will look like a king's hero. This is a great plan. You should do that right now. Go. I'll also pay you 100 gold each for whatever you bring me, as long as they're those elemental creatures.
Elemental.
We have a deal.
We can do that.
Good. Let me show you where they are. And he kind of spins around a little too fast, and he just goes falling flat on his face, and you hear him snoring.
I doubt he'll remember that. That was some fine ass herb.
There he
Why
is.
do I feel like we're just in Seattle?
Damn it, you've learned my secret.
By the way, is this one of us in Twitch chat, or is this somebody
Oh,
actual follower?
when did he roll? When did he say that? Who's
I
that
don't
going
know.
on, Monkey Butt? Who do you want to have the crit fail? Just let me know and they'll get it.
Ooh.
It can be DM, it can be players. It's whatever you want.
Don't give it to me.
It can be whoever you want, buddy.
Don't give it to me!
It's all good.
I'll let you know when he says
Okay.
something.
So unfortunately, your guide is unconscious.
So, do we want to try to go after these Ganassi creatures, or do we want to try to get a worm?
Ganassi sound way easier to manage.
That's fair.
Can I use Insight or Arcana to kind of roll my knowledge on Ganassi
They're natural, so it would be history.
history?
Mm-hmm. Damn, Dusty, you were on point with the knowledge. We're on point with. Absolutely. You know that they all came from. They're rare. In the fact that there were several appearances, several shrouds that appeared basically one after another, and they all the races, the history books basically talk of a great war that happened between them all. Apparently, at some point near the end of it is when these small sections of these larger communities were pulled into Foundation, the realm you currently exist in. They basically make up the entirety of a small continent in the Obsidian Ocean region, which the Relic Hunters should be able to take you to if you choose to go there. And there's 6 of them. You've actually been there once before. now that I remember. That was the first place you went after Dusty actually hasn't been there, but Valerie and Henna, that's where they met you. Henna was there. So Valerie's been there and Henna was there. That's where you guys took Aaliyah to find her.
Yeah, I remember that.
Reunite them. And that's where Jacob left you, actually, was on that continent as well.
Was she the princess of that?
Aaliyah was an Umbra, yes.
Whoa, I might be calling in a favor soon.
Well, Alia was my childhood friend.
Yes, she's Henna's best friend, and she specifically told Valor that she owed her one for standing up for her and her love.
She owes me like 20.
Probably, but you also owe her 20. You guys were essentially competitive archers with one another all throughout your childhood. That's where you both learned the art from, competing with one another.
So,
anyways, that's if you have specific questions, I can answer them. It's a general overview of the various elemental races that exist.
How might I be able to ally with a Ganassi?
Ally with them? What do you mean?
Like, get him as a friend.
Go talk to them. They're sentients like everyone else.
Right.
I don't know what you
Okay.
mean.
No, I thought because he was explaining it like they were non-sentient. Well, I mean sentient, but not.
Pets.
Are they high creatures? Is that how you describe someone that's like? I don't know.
I don't know what you're trying to get at yet.
He's trying to ask if they're sentients like us or sentients like a dog.
Yes.
Like us. I don't consider anything like
You cut
or
out.
close to it in the ogre. I don't consider anything unless it's very close to or more intellectually advanced than humans in our world as sentient.
Okay. Hmm. All right.
So what you guys doing?
I guess we should go befriend a group of mercenaries from the Ganassi people.
I am going to see if I can pickpocket some of the
Roll
past
sleight of hand.
sentients.
I was wondering if anyone was going to do that. Oh, the ODLs, they're pirates and thieves to the core. As you go rifling through his pockets, he then spins around and kind of like slaps you in the face. It's a gentle slap, but he keeps the hand there.
Does he jump up from the ground?
No, Echo had to bend over to try and like rifle through his pockets, and pretty quickly he just rolls over, puts his hand on your face a little bit aggressively, and just stares at you with bloodshot eyes and says, "I like your kind." And then he passes out again. Go ahead and roll sleight of hand one more time.
I have a pretty decent sleight of hand. Am I allowed to get in on this?
You can do it as well, yes. Yeah, you guys pick through him. He's got a wand. He's got a very heavy bag of coins.
I would love that wand.
He's got the clothing he's wearing. It's very nice clothing if you want to strip him down to his whatever he has under his robes and his fez.
Hopefully skivvies.
Can I take that wand?
If no one else has dibs over it, sure.
Well, I don't know it exists yet, so
I stand there silently.
neither does
I'm
Dusty.
pretty much standing right next to him.
Oh, I'm
He's
grabbing.
also-
I'm grabbing the coin bag.
He also has a dagger on him, and a small, what looks like a journal, a leather-bound journal.
I will take the journal.
Oh, words.
Inside the pouch, you find 100 Let me make this even. 150 gold pieces.
Why
So
does
you
it need
each
to
get
be even?
25. So you split it with your party and not be a jerk.
Okay.
Because
How
they're
much
all
gold
staring at
pieces?
you as you guys are rifling through an unconscious man's pockets. So I'm pretty
What
sure
do I
you guys can
get?
get away with it.
What do I get?
25 gold each.
Okay.
Then there's a wand, a dagger, and if you're stealing his clothing, and a journal.
Would I have any way to know who the poorest member in the party is?
You could ask, but otherwise, no.
Who is the poorest member in the party? Do not lie.
That would be me.
Inquirks, you can have my 25 gold.
How much do you have?
I have 47.
Holy cow! Okay.
I have a lot more gold than you, so you can have mine.
Yeah,
I'm
he
trying to
got,
rebuild my friendship out of character. Trying to do the right thing.
yeah, he got the cloak. That thing was pretty expensive. Okay, so someone has a journal. So did someone take his dagger?
I'll take it.
I will take his dagger.
Okay.
I feel like we're making an enemy here.
I
Well,
think
here's
we
how we did it.
clothes on.
Is anyone taking his clothing?
I feel like we should leave the clothes on him.
What about the fez?
Ooh, I'm taking the fez.
Okay, Dusty has a
I already
fez.
have a frilly hat, so.
That's true.
That's
You guys are
gonna be
gonna be
hard.
like the hat society, the fashion.
Yeah,
hat.
you ruined the thing.
Well, you've got a fez now, so someone who goes AFK. You can
Fez
put
is going to definitely be that new item.
that on. Okay, what's you guys plan?
Did I get the wand?
No one else claimed it, so I assume so.
It's not like I can use it.
I walk
What
right
is it?
over to Echo and I say, "What is this?"
Don't you got
Let's
arcane?
get out of the way first in case he wakes up, and I will detect magic it.
Perfect.
What is it?
Um,
Is it a wand?
Right now, it's a wand.
Okay. Do you have a pearl? And 10 minutes?
I figure we could probably get that.
Probably not right here, right now.
Yeah, we're walking away.
Oh, the pearl merchant's right in the middle of the royal forest, obviously. So.
Oh well, that's very convenient.
Oh, extremely.
Let's do
Or I
that.
could-
That's really weird how
so-
that worked out.
Where are you guys heading?
Hey, you already said he's there. We gotta role play that out.
Sarcasm.
Oh, damn. If you didn't know, my character spoke Swede. He doesn't get sarcasm.
This is true. That's playing him perfectly. Well done. All right, what's you guys plan?
I don't know. Are we going for a worm or an elemental? I'm so confused.
We're gonna, to my understanding, we're gonna try to recruit a party of Ganassi to basically pretend to be pets for a while for this king.
Wait, you mean for the troll? What? So we've abandoned the idea of the worm then?
Yes.
Kind of, because it's so powerful, supposedly. So, kind of don't want to die.
And we think Ganassi are going to be willing to pretend to be pets?
I mean, they get enough loots.
Or freedom.
What you guys doing?
I thought we had a plan, but the plan has changed. I have no clue idea.
Steamer.
Nope.
We are going to get the Ganassi
Mhm.
and we are going to set them free.
Set.
After
Lassie
we
free?
use them to bargain. I say this for a reason because you cannot lie. So out of
No.
out of character,
I can lie. I choose not to lie.
I am going to tell you this, I myself, that we are doing this to barter with the king and we are going to set them free at the most convenient time.
Keep in mind, Anze has zero problem lying. He's a pathological liar, so you can get him to help you if you'd like.
Why does
Yes.
that not surprise me?
Out of character, I'm saying this because if Steamer truly believes that we are doing something, then he will not have to roll a deception roll.
Good point.
Mm-mm-mm.
Back in character, I state that to Steamer.
We probably need to find this person, with the Ganassi. And we don't know where, so back to the inn and see if we can find some information there.
What was the name of the person?
Which person?
The lady that had the Ganassi.
1 second, let me go back to that document. Teldasa.
Awesome.
I'm just curious how the plan changed so incredibly.
Well, would you like to
No,
try to
no.
capture
I'm
a
down.
worm?
Let's go. Yeah, I would, but that's cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. Whatever you
I
guys
mean,
think,
yeah, I
I'm
would
down.
love to as well. But
I feel
I've
like
apparently
worm is
been
the
told
simpler
that
option.
I'm just thinking.
probably.
I'm down, dude. We'll go for whatever we got to do. Let's go.
So, would we be passing by where the worms are on the way to the Ganassi? Is it one of those things where we could like?
No.
No.
The
Okay.
way the world works, you have to go to a specific region to find that place. The Relic Hunter doesn't get lost, so it won't accidentally wander into the worm region, and they're not in the same place. The Ganassi are in the Obsidian region, the worms are in the Pleasant. So they're entirely separated by the pall.
I'd be okay either way. Honestly, I think the worms would probably be more fun.
It just to have said we were gonna bring him a worm, and then be like, "Here's Ganassi," you know.
Yeah. We did kind of commit there, didn't we?
We did.
Well, then
Would the
let's go.
Ganassi be better? Like, is that
Probably
considered an
not.
improvement?
Probably not. Because it sounds like the worms are like...
Let's just remember that anybody that's a magic user is not really going to be very effective against these worms.
And
I'm
that's
pretty
also
much
Well,
sitting
not very useful in combat. Oh my.
Mm-mm.
Can't even see your character moving. Oh wait, there I can.
Let's flip a coin.
We are so
Somebody roll.
indecisive.
Somebody roll.
Yes, you
Odds we do
are.
worm. Evens we do Ganassi.
Steamer, you're welcome to make a decision, even though you know about.
I mean,
So Ganassi.
okay, here's my thinking on this. Okay, we've already said we're gonna bring you a worm, and now we're gonna bring some Ganache or whatever, and I don't think that's gonna play out well.
I agree.
Alright, let's go get the worm.
Alright, worm it is.
Let's die.
Okay. So you guys are gonna go back.
We're
to the
off
Relic
to
Hunter
see
and
what hell is.
head to the Obsidian region.
Are we goose walking again? I'm so excited for goose walking again.
Can
If you
we
wish.
also stop in town really quick so that we can get that pearl?
Sure. You might want to detect magic first. This is the only time I'm gonna tell you that, so you know how many pearls.
Can you roll detect magic there, Echo?
Yep, I'll
How
detect
many?
magic.
What do you mean? How many pearls to buy? Because there's a wand and there's a dagger. Okay, never mind.
Wand and the fez are both magical.
Can I smoke some of that detection weed?
If you'd rather do it that way, sure. And yes, you would, after using it, you would find out that the wand and the fez are magical.
Oh, sweet.
The dagger is not.
But it's a dagger.
Yeah. It's a really nice dagger too. It's got like a gold it's got gold little lace down the blade and the hilt. The metal seems to be very sturdy, maybe even mithril. It's an expensive dagger, but it's not enchanted.
I'm going to call it the pimp dagger.
Okay. Gonna go back to that knoll and finish off his look.
So I need
This
2 pearls.
is the ogre realm, right? Not the orc realm.
Ogres.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Do we want to RP me getting
No,
The
buy the 2
pearls?
pearls.
how
No,
much?
100 gold each.
All right.
There's no discounts here.
All right. Can you do that with these pearls?
Which one's
Sure.
first?
We'll do the fez first.
Who's casting it?
I'm the
Echo.
only one with the spell.
Echo is right.
No, I
no,
don't
it's
have
Valerie.
identifier.
I'm the
Valerie's
only
the
one
one
with
that
the
can do that.
spell.
Valerie's the one who can do that. Okay, so the fez first. The fez is a fez of protection, meaning it can cast Circle of Protection once per day.
Ooh.
What does that do?
Protects you from good or evil creatures, your choice.
Well, that could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
What about the wand?
It is a wand of chaos missiles. It's like magic missiles, only you have no idea what element it's going to fire.
Oh boy.
How many times a day?
That one has 8 charges. You can spend up to 4 charges at a time, and then each charge past the first. It's basically the level of the spell. So you can cast a 1st through 4th level spell of chaos missiles, which is magic missiles, where I roll for the element. It just makes you shoot more missiles if you use more charges.
Oh.
But just like magic missiles, they do not miss.
Well, that's nice.
That is nice. It has 8 charges per day, correct? Or just
No, it recovers 1d4 charges per day. 1d4 plus 1.
How many total per day, though? Does it have? How many charges does it have?
8 total. 8 is the maximum. 8 is the current. It recharges 1d4 plus 1 every sunrise. So it does not recharge fully if you've used it too much. And if the charges ever go down to 0, there's a good chance it is permanently disenchanted. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
And with that, you guys head out of town and we head into our break. Be back here in about 10 minutes.
Sure.
Okay.
We can use my fancy timer now.
I'm
Huzzah!
going to equip the fez,
Okay. And you'll attune to it while you're walking through town. That's fine.
and I'll have the wand on me.
Wands don't require attunement.
Oh, okay.
You just
Well,
use
never
them.
mind.
Okay, be back soon.
Beef.
Yeah.
That list you gave me is unrealistic, dude. That's all freaking 5-star items.
Is it?
Yeah, you can't have that.
All right. I mean, you just asked me what I needed.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be 5 stars. I mean, that's just not possible.
Okay.
We'll talk about
Maybe
later.
at some point
We'll talk about later.
you can't just go through it. Yeah.
I've already gone through it. I can't make any of it. It's all top tier. I mean, one of the pieces is like 4 million just by itself.
Is it really?
Yeah, if I could make that, I wouldn't even give it to you. I would sell it.
Are we taking a break right now?
Oh, the timer's up for a break.
All right.
I feel like you're not tuned into the stream.
I am.
It's gonna be a very interesting evening. Hey, Echo.
Yes.
Didn't we kill a worm before?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
We had Saray and Mish with us and Telso.
No, but we did most of the work, I thought.
I was not there.
Ba-doo. How many viewers have we had on the stream so far?
Max 11.
Hey, that's not too bad.
Nope. It'll get there. Or it won't. It doesn't really matter one way or another as long as we're enjoying what we're doing.
So Saber, have you been playing much Sea of Thieves?
No. Not till they update it.
Sorry. What's the issue with it right now?
It's boring.
Fair enough. I just got the
That's-
Game Pass just in case, something like
That's
that.
why
did
I
happen.
didn't. That's why I didn't buy it ever.
I mean, it seemed pretty fun to start, and then it just kind of got boring because there wasn't really anything else to do.
That's why I didn't get it.
And then I watched one of the top tier guys get to the very end and unlock the door that the big door that you gotta be max rep for, and all it was the same quest, just harder monsters. So I was like, no, that's bullshit. Nope. Now I'm making maps on my off time and doing Far Cry 5.
I want that game.
It is fun.
So Saber, how do you do the emote behind, like, say you're sleeping emoji or whatever?
I'm
How
not
do you
telling you.
write it? I know how to do it. I just need the lettering
I don't
for
know.
the emote. How do you emote?
I don't know what you're saying.
How do I do the emote? Like Dusty does this.
You make a macro. I'm not
You
telling
will
you.
try /me. Or is
Huh?
that not? That's you're talking about having the GIF or a GIF after it.
I have the GIF after it. I know how to do that, but I want to know how to do the uh, emote from it.
You mean the macro?
Yeah.
You make a macro. The same way you do your initiative roll in Fantasy Age. Remember?
Sort of. It's under the abilities, correct?
I don't know. I'm not in that menu right now. Yeah, you have to give me in that menu at all. It's under collection.
Under what?
Collection up top. I don't.
Collection.
Yep. I'll grab some tea real quick before this break is over.
That works.
Let's go to bed. Yep. That's too big. Whatever. I don't care.
Why do you have a pound gets angry?
It said it was used for using
/EM gets angry.
should be ME.
No, it's EM. Why is everybody arguing with me about this?
What? The slash me?
Close work. EM specifies your token.
EM to the AM to the phone.
Just seeing how everything went. Carry your chest closed. Go to bed. It's EM, then whatever your action is, and another line would be your GIF.
Thank you.
That didn't work. I clicked on Steamer.
No, it's your token, not you can't click my token into it. It's who you are.
Who I are? Okay, I'll just steal Steamer for a minute.
You are not me. You can never be me. Break's over.
Is it?
It is.
Where's everybody?
What?
Welcome back.
I'm here.
Is everybody here?
I am here, yes.
Wonderful.
I am not here.
Well, I know Anze has been a little quiet tonight.
Even better. Steamer's not here. Everyone.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to my response. I was like, wow, okay.
Oh no,
I will-
not you.
I wasn't
No,
hating
Steamer.
on the response, if you're wondering.
So, for the sake of brevity, I'm going to say that there are no further ambushes as you get back to the Relic Hunter.
Why not? I'm kidding.
Because reasons. You get there and Greneth appears shortly after you guys walk aboard the vessel. Might as well. Looking very confused. And speaks up. Where is it? You didn't bring the flail.
Well, yeah, stealing from a king is not really something we want to try to do right now. So we're going to trade a living worm for it.
You've all lost your minds.
That grin returns to Valerie's face.
In my prime, when we were in our original form, we could not take more than a couple, and we were what you would call a god. Okay, well, It was a nice ship. I guess we're all going to that place below the sea now.
We may.
Whenever you're ready. Who's taking the helm?
I'll do it.
Okay. Greneth very reluctantly points you towards the pawl.
Tally-ho! Grabs the wheel.
You guys are traveling through it for about 5 days. Is there anything you want to do on the boat, or do you want to just cut to the point where you get into the Obsidian region, or Pearlescent region, sorry?
I don't have anything to do on the boat. I'm gonna rest and everything, get all my stuff back.
Yeah, everyone gets many short or long rests, so you guys will have all your stuff is returned to you.
At least then when the worm kills me, I'll be full health. He can feel gratified.
Did you just say at least then when the worm kills me, I'll be at full health?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just thinking positive.
He's a very positive person.
I will not argue further. It is not worth it.
Okay. So you guys emerge through the pawl. You see the water it's black tinted here. It's not jet black, you can see through it. But you can't see more than 10 or 15 feet down. You notice there's only 2 somewhat large islands in this region. They're certainly not large enough to be called continents by any stretch of the imagination. But you notice one of them, from this distance, looks to be more of a tropical-looking island. The other one has a couple large mountains and several what looks like little specks flying overhead, which you assume are probably worms. Safe to say the mountainous one is likely Irion, their homeland. I think at least one of you has a decent enough history to know the other one is Craston, which is essentially a giant vacation resort for the elite of all the other nations. Basically a tropical paradise that is protected by the worms of Irion from any invaders in exchange for a portion of all the profits made by the resorts that inhabit that island.
Would it be fair to say that we should probably use that catapult that we have to try and take him out? Or the harpoon?
It's only been a little over a week and a half. It's not going to be ready for 2.5 more weeks. It's once a month. Anyways, you guys
Echo, I completely understand that this is a terrible idea, but I'm still going to do it because I think it's cool.
I'm going to be fine.
Yeah, you survived getting launched on a spectral ballista onto a different ship, which then exploded in half.
And somehow you managed to land on a third ship.
It's called a bank shot. Learn how to do it.
Are we in the boat now?
I mean, apparently Henna knew how.
Did I not shift you guys over to the boat? Oh, I did not do that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My apologies. Nothing important happened on the boat yet. Anyways, go ahead and make perception checks as you guys enter this region.
I see nothing. It's all black.
Oh, does it take a few seconds?
No, I'm
God.
Perception.
What?
Yes.
Again, I still see nothing. It's
combined, we have a 20.
on average.
I need Dusty now. Or no, I need someone, not Dusty.
Not Dusty?
Who am I missing? Anzi.
Yes.
Perception.
It's yes.
Perception, sorry,
sir. Yes. You gotta get it right.
Valerie, you're the only one who sees it. You see from a small, little, jagged-looking piece of stone that, if you're really desperate, you could call an island, a couple miles off. A small, what color would it be? Just a moment. Where the heck is that going? Purplish. Speck takes off, and you see the giant wings. Again, it's several miles away, but they look giant because it looks like a seagull directly above your head at the distance it's at. And it takes off, and it's flying straight towards you guys.
Well, I think we might have our customer.
You tell us what you see, or?
Well, yeah, I point at it and I go, I think we might have our next customer.
I love your gift, by the way, Dusty.
Thank you. I figured that fits perfectly.
Does anybody have any kind of like long range sight advantage?
Not in your group.
You have the longest range. That's 120 feet. Unless
No,
I think
mean,
you
like,
can take.
for vision.
Oh, not that I know of.
No. Fairy, human. No, none of you have like enhanced vision where you can see further than normal. But as it approaches, it is a giant purple dragonoid figure that is a worm, and it is flying directly towards you. It's very obviously spotted you.
It's headed right for us.
Does the keeper of the ship happen to know any good ideas?
Run.
You can ask Greneth.
Yeah.
Don't piss them off. I'd like this to stay in one piece. If it doesn't stay in one piece, all my pieces drift to the bottom of this ocean.
So
well,
much
if
fun
it's
is
that important, let's figure out a plan on how we can stop this.
Well,
Do it
so much for
quickly.
the
It'll be
ship.
here in a few minutes.
Wasn't the ship supposed to send us an alarm if something's like dangerous is approaching?
Is on the ship, not approaching it.
Oh. What happened to our ballistic thing?
You
we
used
used.
it.
It was a one-time use thing?
It's once a month.
What
It's still
color is it?
repairing. It's light purple.
Light purple. That doesn't follow the classic draconic ancestry.
Nope.
My guess is he's acidic.
Acidic. So should
Do we have any acid resistance still?
You have a ton of it. Echo does at least. He bought the cloak, so he's resistant against it.
I think I have one. No, I don't. Never mind.
You used your potion.
I couldn't remember if I got one or two of them.
Do we have anything acid resistance on this ship?
No. The ship is quite the opposite of impervious to acid.
What about that orb?
Which orb?
The orb that we got.
The orb
the worm.
that's still there.
You didn't bring any orb.
God bless America. Whatever deposited this goddamn it.
It's closing fast. It'll be here in about a minute.
Valerie's gonna start focusing some energy.
Dusty, I would suggest using that magic circle thing.
I don't know its alignment.
It's
It could be a good dragon. We don't know.
Oh, sorry.
you can choose celestial elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. Oh fuck.
Can I use insight to possibly learn its alignment or its
Sure.
viciousness?
Both are acceptable.
Or refer back to my Arcana roll earlier to...
No, you can't refer to earlier. You can try it again. An insight would only work if you had met the creature. You can roll Arcana to try and determine in general what alignment they are.
That was the worst roll I've had in a long time.
Worms are greedy above absolutely everything else. They are greedy. They want all the wealth all for themselves. They're basically video game developers. They want all the money. They won't accept anything less than all.
Hey,
We're just
Like
kidding.
EA.
We're just kidding, video game directors.
Made it topical. That's right.
just EA.
Just
Not all of them are bad.
Blizzard is bad. So unless you included Blizzard in there,
We're
then
just
I'm
kidding. Just kidding, Twitch. We don't mean that.
We're never gonna get Blizzard as a sponsor.
How long does the protection circle last?
1 hour. As far as celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead, they might be celestials, but typically they're actually kind What is it? It's none of those. Yeah, no. They wouldn't qualify as any of those 5 types, unfortunately.
So we're going evil.
It flies overhead. Go ahead and make a perception check, everyone.
I don't
Okay.
want to. That's when the bad things happen.
Oh wait, I get to re-roll that because of lucky.
Yes, you do.
Ooh,
Oh,
excellent.
not into a better roll.
No, when you... Yeah.
Yes!
You could just take... That works. Steamer, dear lord.
I went up a point. It's got to count for
Echo.
something.
Oh yeah, I forgot because
Echo, it looks directly at Valerie for several seconds as it's flying overhead. And it seems to start swooping down before it notices her. And then it levels off and it circles. It takes a semicircle just staring at her. You can't tell why. But it's definitely taken an interest in her specifically. And is now currently circling, just staring at her, trying to figure something out about her.
I cast Sanctuary on Valerie.
Okay. You have to... I think that's a touch spell, but yeah, you have plenty of time to run over there and touch her if it is.
Oh, I need that touch spell.
It's not. It's 30 feet.
Oh, is it? Okay. Valerie, you feel safe.
Aw, that's cute. A fleeting feeling.
Do I have time to run down and grab the goggles?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna grab the goggles. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put them on somebody that's attuned to them, though.
No one's attuned to them. You have to keep them on your possession to be attuned to them.
Well, never mind then. That is not what I'm going to do. I don't feel like we have an hour.
Probably not. So it hovers around you for another minute or so before
All right. I'm
descending.
I'm gonna do it, dude. I have no choice.
What are you doing?
So, God, I have no choice. So at this point, Steamer's like right at it and screaming, "Bring it!" Sorry, guys. That's kind of what he does.
Are
So
you trying to intimidate?
I am.
Roll intimidation.
For the past while, Valerie has been trying to focus all of the possible energy that she can acquire, which, let's be
Oh my
honest,
God!
isn't much. Let's
Dude, I
be
have
honest.
a 5 bonus in that.
I feel like you have to say it again, but you have to use a girly voice.
I'm not doing it.
No.
Isn't much, but basically, I want to try to talk to it. So,
like telepathically?
Yeah, and can I use the resource for that? I want to use the resource.
What message are you sending?
I don't know, just a general message of friendship, I guess. Like, can we help each other?
Spend 1.
1? Okay.
Yeah, spend 1 point. As you send the message, it stops diving towards you and again levels out and is now circling again, apparently contemplating its next action. Everyone else just sees it descending for a moment and then stop again, still staring straight at Valerie. At this point, everyone, including you, have noticed that it's staring directly at Valerie and taking virtually no heed of anyone else on the vessel. Especially since you're out at the bow and everyone else is near the middle right now, it's pretty obvious. But he's now spiraling about, we'll say, 1,500 feet above you.
You know, the only thing that saved me from a crit fail is the fact being I have a +5 on that.
It's a crit fail regardless,
Before.
but
No,
there's
no,
nothing.
It's not. Don't look. Close your eyes. So freaking bad, dude. It's one of those nights for me.
It is.
I feel like
What
if
are
I
you
roll
doing?
anything, I'm gonna die.
Can I do it again and
What are you
say
saying?
we can help you get riches? If that's what you want. If you can help us.
Spend 1. It starts descending, but much slower in a wider arc. Is there anything else you want to say while it's coming down?
Um. Hmm. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how helpful we can be to you, but we'll damn well try.
Okay. Spend 2 for that. The purplish dragon comes right down next to the deck, and right before it lands, and you're all like expecting it to basically destroy this entire end. It's a good 20 feet. The body is 20 feet wide, and the wingspan's another about 100 from tip to tip. Right before it lands, though, it shifts into a humanoid form, which then lands right next to the wheel, and just smiles. After a moment, she points over. She just kind of like starts pointing at each of you, and then calls out, "Whose ship is this?" Out with you.
It's kind of collectively all of ours, right?
Well, then you all owe a tax.
No.
You're trespassing until you pay it.
Trespassing on what?
Our waters. This entire region belongs to Arion and the worms. I'm just here to make sure we get what's due us.
I'm a friend of the worms.
Are you?
Yes.
How so?
We share a common religion. Can I try to persuade him into thinking?
You can try to deceive because you're bullshitting.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Deceive.
Yes.
Yes, they follow my cult, the flying spaghetti monster. I was once told by a wise man, as a follower you have more fun, but as a leader you make more money. I've made quite a bit of money.
Good, that you can pay quite a bit of tax here.
No, they pay me tax, if anything. I will pay tax.
Oh God.
You will pay tax.
Only to those above me.
She just gets a wicked smile on her face and says, I guess we'll find out who's above you then.
Why did I do this?
The rest of you have a bit more common sense than this one, I hope.
So Steamer literally has no idea what the hell Hans is talking about.
Can I ask what?
He's
Can I
getting-
try to
he's
recruit
fucking
Steamer to
getting
my
it.
cult?
He's getting it.
Can I try to recruit Steamer to my cult?
Nope, I have a god. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, he's a paladin. There's no way in hell you're going to succeed at that.
What if I rolled a crit
Wouldn't matter.
success?
I
You
can't
can't
because
force
I'm
a
meta.
player to change.
Oh,
their mind.
yeah. Good point. Yep. Sorry, my bad. Forgot.
It's all good.
I would be willing to sacrifice you for my god if that helps any.
She's just standing with her arms folded as Anzi and Steamer have a battle of the minds.
So we've kind of come here to ask a favor.
I'll get
But-
to you in a minute. The rest of you. Are you paying? Or are we going to have trouble?
What's the cost, man? You haven't
What-
quoted
50
the
gold
price.
apiece.
What?
What
I
is
don't
it?
have that kind of money.
What did you say?
50
What
gold
is-
apiece.
You guys have payment plans?
50 gold for the ship. It's the ship that's trespassing.
A piece. You were all trespassing, not just the ship. If you can't pay, I'll take the ship as payment.
I would like to see you try.
Really?
Oh, damn it. All right, let's do it.
She walks up to the center of the bow and just puts her arms out and says, "You first."
Oh, let's not be hasty now.
I'm not the one threatening violence.
Is she the purple one on the ship right now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm gonna do.
What are you doing, Steamer?
I'm just getting in the middle.
Okay.
I'll
She's
make
on
sure-
top deck. You guys are on the bottom deck. So it's not like she's adjacent to anyone at the moment.
And
I'll
get
do
in
my best to
pyramid
get-
formation.
I'm gonna do
You
my best
guys
in
are
the
in
middle.
pyramid formation except for Henna.
Well, yeah, no, Henna has all long distance weapons.
Yep.
But my question was, I'm looking at the ship layout. we know ultimately we'd love to capture something. I'm just wondering if there's a way that we can what these lead down through to.
I mean,
Down to the bottom, but it's a bunch of metal grating. That's basically just to make sure water pull up on the top deck that it goes down. Otherwise, if you have enough time, you could open it, but it'll take a good half hour to move all the metal grating out of the way, point where
I
you can
think
lower
we don't have that
down
kind
it.
of time right now.
No, I just was trying to look at what our options were for trapping and keeping a worm on the ship.
Look, there's only 7 of you, so just pay the 50 gold each, and then we can talk. Your friend over there, she points to Valerie, has some very important questions to answer. And
7
you're
of
wasting
us.
her time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I see 7 of you. You can't lie to me.
The other one's a ghost. You gotta pay him for no damn ghost.
Interesting. The ghost of who?
Oh,
Was that even a word?
Wait,
No,
wait.
that's
Out of
just-
character,
that's
should we
Steamer's
try to
response.
deceive them?
That's
That
literally Steamer's
that is our
response.
god. That he's following. No, wait, no, that's no.
Steamer's
No.
literally.
Okay.
He is technically confined to the ship, so
I will make an exception just this once. Just the
Thank
6 of
you.
you have to pay.
Oh, no.
Look, you're wasting my time, so either pay me or attack me. Your choice.
Is there a middle ground?
You pay me and then attack me? I guess that's an option. Or you attack me, find out how foolish it is, and then you surrender and pay me more.
I will give you 250 gold.
Are you paying her?
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally, a little bit of reason. Anyone else want to follow this fine young gentleman's example?
I'm so poor.
By the way, and she
Okay.
says without while still looking at Steamer, she says to you, Echo, by the way, I'm sorry about what happened to your family. Very tragic.
Yes, thanks.
I just paid my 50 gold.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay mine.
I'm
I thought
gonna
you'd be
pay
wise,
mine.
dear. Good.
I
Good.
am very, very, very ticked off. I would never do this.
Dusty's
normally.
paying mine.
No.
Oh no, right. I'm paying mine. Common typo. My fault. My fault.
Hannah's still standing on the other side of the ship, bow drawn. What's she doing?
If you let go of the bow, I'll attack. I'm telling you right now. If you fire, I'll dive right in. I don't care.
If we pay this tax, what service do we get from it?
We don't tear your ship in half or carry it off to our island to take everything of value off of it.
So this tax guarantees us safe passage to your island?
It guarantees you safety from the worms. We won't attack you while you're on the water. If you get on our island, there we're going to tear you to pieces. But yes, as long as you're in these waters on this visit, you will be safe. We don't tolerate pirates.
Okay. Can I roll real quick to a fast investigate to see if she, is she leaving behind any trace that there's been a worm on our ship?
Yeah, you can just really slowly putz and take your time walking over to her. Sure.
Because, if we have our evidence of a worm, worst comes to worst.
No. In her human form, there's nothing to leave behind.
Are there any dead worms on
Dig
the
them
island that may have passed recently?
That's kind of a creepy.
I'm going to need a really good reason for you asking that.
Research.
It connects to what I was going to talk with you about.
Well, as soon as the stubborn one over there pays her tax, I'd be more than happy to speak with you.
So I will pay my tax if I am guaranteed by you that we will remain untouched by any and all worms while in these waters.
In the waters, yes. If you cross over to one of the islands, I can't promise you much.
Does the waters include docking?
There aren't
provided we
any
stay on our ship.
docks. There aren't any docks in Arion, but Kraston, sure.
Oh, that's
We don't need
also
docks. We don't sail, we fly.
also helpful information. Thank you.
Of course. No,
Uh,
if you would please.
287. All right, and I hand over my 50 gold.
Okay. Her demeanor changes as soon as she name it. Wonderful. What's your name, dearie? She says, looking at you, Valerie.
My name is Valerie Safal. And you?
Dimitri. Demetria, I guess, technically.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Beautiful
I'm
name.
more curious in meeting that gauntlet I haven't seen in a very long time. Where did you come upon it?
Let's see. Do I need to come up with... Have I had it forever, for as long as I can remember, or is it something that I found on my...
It's up to you.
I've had it for as long as I can remember, honestly. I don't know.
And you know what it does.
Well, I know it has some kind of extremely powerful magical energy in it, but I don't know what that energy is or how I can use it yet.
It's connected to the dream realm. Same as me. That's how I spotted you. I'm very curious as to how and why. I haven't seen many things capable of connecting to that particular realm so quickly. Might I take a look at it? I promise I won't fly away.
I suppose. Sure. I guess take it off and give it to her.
And she flies away.
Frustrating. It's so very rare I don't understand something. I find it. That makes it even more curious. But it's certainly connected to the dream realm, same as me. But I can't for the life of me see how. She's holding it and like flipping it over and looking at it at every... Well, there's more of them. Good luck finding them. She hands it back to you.
Well, yeah, I figured there's more. It's a piece of armor. I don't know. I know there's not any on Fenris, but that's about all I know.
You might find one on Arion if you're brave enough to go there.
Thanks for the information. Arion?
It's the name of the Worm Nation.
Like iron with a Y.
Arion. I call it Arion. You can say it however you want.
Okay. So, firstly, thank you for the information.
Of course.
And secondly, we have a strange request.
Go on.
We would like your assistance in acquiring an artifact from the king of the ogres.
When you say artifact, do you really mean relic? Do you know the difference?
Probably. It's probably
You do
what
know
I mean.
the bones of foundation are relic.
Yeah, relic.
I am interested. Tell me more.
We have we can talk with him if basically this is going to sound really bad.
Provided we can prove contact with worms, we can gain an audience to talk to him.
To what end?
Well,
Try to...
we were thinking we could trade a and she's going to make a quote motion, captured worm for the artifact, which in turn would end up likely being his pet for, I don't know, to be used in the Colosseum of something, which could be an interesting training ground if that's something that you'd like. And If we get gold along with it, we would be happy to split it with you. 30-70 us you.
Roll persuasion.
I am not very good at the skill.
No. How about you keep the gold and I get the relic?
How about you keep all the
Fair.
gold?
Whoa,
And we
whoa,
keep
whoa!
the-
What?
The problem with that is the relic is that's the whole reason we're trying to do the trade.
You're after relics. Why?
To make sure that the realms don't disintegrate.
Oh, I've heard this story. Really? You're after the bones. How very interesting. That would make this very ship I'm standing on, the Relic Hunter. Is that true? She gets very excited and her eyes are open wide and she's just casting glances back at each of you like a child at Christmas.
To my knowledge, yes.
It is a relic hunter.
Ooh. How very interesting. And she starts like swaying her hips back and forth again like a child. I'll help you. I'll even go with you. That will provide more than enough proof for this king, and then you will be able to... What's your plan for stealing this relic, by the way? I assume you have a plan already.
Well,
Oh, we do.
We weren't. We were going to. That's why I said it was going to come out wrong. We were planning to trade the captured worm for it because it's a powerful, as they call it, pet to be used in a combat coliseum. My thinking is that if the worm is not harmed at all, it should be able to break out whenever it wants. So we do the trade, and then we have the artifact, and the worm is free to leave whenever it wants because it's stronger than the constraints holding it. I would hope. And then we can leave with the artifact. And
It's a ploy.
it is an actual trade, but it's not a good one for the king.
And she slowly walks over and ends up right next to you and says, I've heard your offer, and I think you're brilliant. She puts her hand up. It's a deal. Let's work together.
Wonderful. And I'll shake her hand.
Great. When do we get out of here?
We can turn around right now.
Wonderful. I'm just going to... Can I take a look around? I'm so intrigued by this place. I've heard rumors, I've heard stories, I've heard legends of the ship that collects the bones, but I've never seen it before.
I'm gonna turn to Grenith and I'm gonna say, do you have any troubles with her looking at the lowest level?
I don't think that would be wise. The ghost appears right beside her. Oh. You're the 7th. I guess you're right. He is a ghost. Just don't go to the bottom floor, and whatever your majesty wishes, we'd be more than happy to help you. He gives her a deep bow. Well, thank you. At least some of you have manners.
I bowed at the start.
You
Okay,
did.
I did too.
I
At
did
this
not.
point, I'm gonna put my bow away, give a curt bow, and then offer to give her a tour of the ship.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna follow down.
Okay. So I'm assuming one of you takes the helm and
Yeah, I'll
turns you
take
guys around. So traveling back through the pole takes them like 5 or 6 days. Does anyone want to have a conversation with this new passenger that you've acquired?
Yes.
I don't, but I'm gonna stick to her like glue for obvious reasons.
Stick to what?
I'm gonna stick to her like glue for obvious reasons. I don't trust her, so I'm all I'm watching her, so to speak.
It's interesting which of your two natures is coming out, Steamer. I was wondering which one it would be.
She's a threat, so that other part doesn't apply here.
Who's talking to her first?
Uh, If nobody else would, I would go.
I have no questions.
I will, but you can go first. Yeah, go for it.
After the tour, she's you find her down at the lowest level. Oh, second to lowest. Sorry. She's just kind of sitting at this table, staring at the entryway down to the bottom level. That big locked door we're gonna say is right here at the moment. She's just looking at it, sitting at the table.
Excuse me, Your Majesty.
Yes. Nobility works. I'm not an actual queen.
Oh, my lady then.
That works perfectly. Thank you.
How did you know of my family?
Oh, you have constant nightmares of them. Do you not remember them? They're quite vivid. The nightmares are quite vivid. I didn't want to tell the others of the nature of their passing, but offer my condolences in a way that I could. I hope that wasn't too blunt. I wasn't trying to be intentionally offensive.
No, not at all. Just curious.
Well, that is how.
Alright, thank you, my lady.
Of course.
If I may inquire, how exactly does Worm Society work as you being ability?
Give me 1 minute. I have to do something very quickly.
Quick, fill that pitch off the boat and let's go. He's not here. He's not here, so he can't stop us, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that works.
Oh my
Any
god.
objections? Any? Is he gonna stop us? I say no. Okay, let's
So
go.
what?
Woo.
Nothing?
So what?
Maybe throwing her off the boat? I'm just saying, he's not here to stop us.
If you try to throw her off the boat, she's gonna turn into a dragon. So
Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Welcome back.
We were not plotting against you.
Oh, that's fine. You're allowed to.
Nope.
Go ahead, Echo.
Definitely
Um,
not.
if I may inquire, how does Worm Society work considering you are nobility?
We all consider ourselves nobility compared to lesser races. It's just a formality, really. Whoever has the most rules, essentially. We go out, we collect, we scavenge, we have assigned roles. I am one of the border protectors who makes sure the proper taxes are paid on those visiting Crast and are bold enough to try and invade Arion. But yes, essentially, those who have the most respect and the most privilege in our society. It's quite simple.
Oh.
A lot more simple than any of your customs.
Interesting. Well, how are you liking the ship?
It's nice. It's less than I expected. You read all the rumor or the legends and the myths and the folklore of a vessel like this, a relic in itself, and you just build this image of something much, much grander. I guess a little bit of disappointment is to be expected.
Well, I'm relatively sure I shouldn't say this. However,
I have draconic bloodline. Is there any way to roleplay that out?
If you wish to speak with her about it, sure.
Okay.
however, this ship is more than it seems. It gets certain powers from the relics that it
Interesting.
has.
And you have what? And she looks down. 3 of them. It's not many. I thought there were many. I thought there were like 40 something.
They were lost. That is why we are searching for them.
Oh. Guess that's why the ship hasn't been seen in a long time. It must have had them until recently.
Indeed. So perhaps the glory of the ship would be as you expect. Let me try that again. When the relics are completed, perhaps then the ship would be more to your liking, to what your image of it would be.
I'm certain it will be. I'm certain of that.
Well, I shan't take more of your time, my lady. Thank you for
Well, thank you.
indulging.
It is a pleasure to speak with you.
And I go away because she creeps me out.
So at some point, Dusty, you come down to speak with her as well?
Yes.
Because she never really
Dang.
leaves this deck.
We all have questions.
Okay, Dusty, bring yourself on down. Or Valerie, whoever gets there first, I guess. It's a foot race.
Not really a foot race when you can just teleport your icon.
It's true. Alright, who's next?
Go for it, Dusty.
I had a couple of questions of my draconic bloodline.
It is weak bloodline, but certainly there I can see it. What are your questions?
How far back do you think it traces? I don't know a lot about my history. I don't even really remember being a human at one point.
So you were a human at one point?
I was.
And then you became... Oh. Very interesting. I can't tell exactly which worm your powers, your heritage, as you say, come from.
Brass.
Well, color, yes. There are many worms of that particular variety. They're far more common than a dream worm myself. But it's old. I know that much. Maybe 1,000, maybe more years. It's a very old heritage. There's a bit of honor and respect in that, at least.
Interesting.
Any other questions I could help you with?
Not at this moment.
Well, feel free to come talk to me if you need to. I'll just be here staring at that very strange door. Do you walk away, Dusty?
I'm gonna stay there, but stay in kind of like a in thought state.
And Steamer, you said you were staying near here at all times, did you?
Yep.
So you'd actually be down below.
Yep.
He's in the water.
I do that a lot. I like the water.
Steamer is swimming.
Oh, Dusty's picking up a chair. Steamer's standing over there. And then Valerie, you coming down as well?
Yeah. So,
Good evening.
good evening. I forgot her name because I'm dumb. Oh, great. I'm very
No
sorry.
one asked
man.
it. That's why I'm saying that. Nobody asked.
Nobody knows her.
No, I did.
No, she never answered it. She just paused and then demanded the tax. And you never returned to the question, so no one knows her name yet.
To be
No,
fair,
I introduced myself and I said, and you, and she said a name.
Did she?
Yes.
Damn, I thought she didn't. I'm making up a name on the spot because I didn't write it down.
Yes. You said I'm Valerie Sival and your name is
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
There you go.
what did she
Shalendria.
say?
Oh, that does sound familiar.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I think
he
it
literally
started
just
with
made it
it
up.
before
No,
it started with a
it's
D,
the
but it doesn't matter.
That's
Anyway,
all good.
Yes, Shalendria, I was wondering if there was anything else you could tell me about the gauntlet. Where any of the other pieces might be, the history,
It's an old
who
worm
made
spirit.
it.
We did. Well,
Oh,
on accident. One of the heroes who managed to kill one of the ancient great ones, great worm lords. The worm's spirit was clever and enchanted his armor, one piece of which you currently wear. It was a dream worm like me, probably one of my ancient ancestors.
wow.
I just don't understand how its spirit could remain in this realm. That's the most interesting puzzle to me.
Well, if you could assist me in finding some more of the pieces, I would be happy to let you take a look and help me figure out what they do, because I'm not really sure right now, honestly.
What have they done?
Well, I'm not totally sure, but I think I may have used some of the power to contact you earlier,
You did.
as well as possibly turning me into a little like a, like blue fire wings and
It's interesting that
it
it's
was
blue. It must be a
it was
lesser form of
strange.
what we have.
I just wanted to state that I can speak, read, and write Draconic, and additionally, when I make a charisma check when interacting with dragons, my proficiency is doubled if applies to the check.
Holy crap,
Interesting. I didn't know that.
That's part of my Draconic ancestry.
That's true. You never need to make any rolls against her yet, though.
So,
Right.
could I possibly make another little bit of a deal with you?
Depends on the nature of it.
I would like to try to find the rest of these. So if you could help me in any way, I can let you examine each piece as I find it. As
If I
long
acquire
as
it before you, I might sell it to you. How's that?
I suppose that could work. Would you be willing to do a favor system instead of like money, like send me to get something for you instead of actual money, I suppose? That's what I'm trying to say.
If you're not
I'm a little strapped for cash right
If you're
now.
not too high and mighty for theft, then sure, of course. There's plenty of powerful things I've heard of that I would love to have in my little hoard.
All right. Well, I suppose we shall see later. And I appreciate any help that you could give me.
Well, I certainly look forward to this. And then
have a
turns around and
question.
sees you standing right behind her. Yes,
I have a question.
go on.
Would you be willing to take a person kind of as an under your wing, what's the word I'm looking for?
Apprentice.
Apprentice.
An apprentice?
Yes.
What can you do?
I am a fairly decent magic caster and travel with a very unique group of heroes.
As
and
I'm sure you can
capable
tell.
Yeah.
You're certainly unique.
I've never really found much purpose behind what I've done in my life, and I'd like to begin.
Well, certainly. I could always use. All you have to do is swear an oath of loyalty, and I will accept you as an apprentice.
All right. How do I do that? That was out of character. What would I need to do?
She holds her hand out as if to take yours in it.
I will reach with my hand to bind myself with her, I guess.
Okay. She takes your hand in hers and she says, "On one knee."
I get on one knee.
With her other hand, you then see one of her fingers, pointer finger, extend into a large claw, and she starts carving a rune into the back of your hand. It hurts. It does 1 point of damage to you as she's carving this rune, and when it's done, it glows a pale purple color, same color that she is. It is done. You will no longer be able to disobey me, and I will be able to contact you when needed in order to advance your.
All right.
You should be able to contact me too, although I can't promise I'll always respond. I might be busy.
Okay.
This is far more profitable already than I expected. Wonderful. Excuse
Interesting
me.
week, isn't it?
In the far corner over there. Do you wish to speak with me or just stare at me nonstop?
Just continue about your business.
What is your business?
To
Staring at
watch
me?
you.
I thought you might have other intentions with those dreams you've been having lately.
Get out of my
Oh, well.
mind, lady!
I have no choice. I read dreams as you read the things in front of your eyes.
What dreams have I been having lately?
What's that?
What am I missing here? What dreams have I been having lately?
Your steamer. I can just guess the
Oh,
dreams
right. Yeah.
you've been having.
Not for you, lady.
Oh, shall I tell these two lovely ladies which one of them you've been dreaming of lately?
Oh, they know.
The lovely ladies would rather you didn't.
Then I guess I won't. Does anyone else wish to have a conversation with her before you guys get back to Akshalat?
I've got the information that I wanted.
I do, but
Go for it.
I don't
Go
know
for
if that's a conversation that I would have in front of everyone else or not, though.
Well, you could ask us to, like, give you some privacy.
That's up to Whisper.
No, you can ask your party members to do whatever you want. It's up to them if they say yes or no to it.
I follow you. I listen to
Oh, Jesus
No,
Christ.
you don't, though.
you. Okay, I will.
Anzi's all the way up on the first floor. He's not listening to anything.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I wasn't privy to the conversation.
Mm-mm.
So are you asking Dusty and Steamer to leave as well?
Oh, would you guys mind giving me like 5 minutes, maybe? It's a very short conversation.
I mean,
Steamer, I'm not going to kill her. You can be rest assured.
that's exactly what a murderer would say.
Oh, no. I don't mean her any ill intentions.
I'm not worried about
I'm not.
you.
I was going to say, I'm not asking you to leave the room so I can draw a weapon on her.
I would hope not. Obviously, I trust you enough to not do that to the person that I just swore an oath to, so.
I'm going to stand just out of earshot, but like on the other side of a door or something. I'm not going up.
Okay. Yeah, there's a door right there.
I want to be able to kick the door open if I have to.
Sure.
I'm gonna stay down here, but also kind of Steamer situation. Actually, I'm gonna stand right behind Steamer.
Okay.
I'll kill
Guys are
you first.
So that's a modicum of privacy. What did you want to speak about?
I had meant like verbally.
Oh, she wants
She
you
wants
to
a
go
different
elsewhere.
channel.
Oh, you want to like actually go to a different channel so they can't hear us?
Yeah, that's what I had meant. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go to the what?
I'll meet you guys down there.
Go to whatever channel.
Oh, there we go. Whatever.
So, it's a fun session so far. You guys were expecting a giant fight, and then I was like, hey, let's do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That RP'd out really well for me, honestly.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm kind of
the
just staying out
thing
of this one.
the one thing I'm questioning is your not being able to disobey her ever.
Yeah, so basically you're basically on my list, dude, because of that. Like I literally don't trust you now either.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Because I mean, that basically she's the enemy, and you swore loyalty to the enemy. So
She's not proven herself to be an enemy.
say that again, please. Only slower.
She has not proven herself to be an enemy yet.
He definitely said an enemy before, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure that's what I heard.
was trying to say 10 words all at once. We've all done
You
it.
don't really know much about worms, do you?
I know quite a bit about worms.
Well, from what it sounds like, they're very driven by greed
and power.
Guess what my character's role trait would be?
Greed and power.
Good guess. Good guess.
Was it right?
It definitely was.
It definitely was.
There is definitely ways to acquire power through dragons, especially if they like you.
I'm just wondering what positive buffs you're gonna get from this, besides being able to go, hey, can you come help me for a second?
That is a very solid question.
But I mean, that hey, can you come help me? That could be super powerful because she's like a dream realm worm, if I'm understanding this correctly.
I would not have done it for very many other kinds of dragons. But it fits in with the role play of my character very well.
I am honestly super happy that it was a dream realm one, and I guess that's fits really well because it was probably my gauntlet that was like a beacon to her, I suppose.
I mean, I feel like that could definitely create some future RP that's going to be beneficial for sure. Shh, be quiet now.
You guys plotting against me more? Okay. So Hannah has her conversation, whispered tones. You guys are not able to hear it from across the door.
So kill her now or wait?
I'm scared. Never mind.
Whisper, that leather-bound book, what's in it?
It's his personal journal. That's unfortunately too late to get the clue that was in there. The last couple pages are just a giant rant against Teldasa, including the location of her warehouse and 3 different routes in which he planned on sending troops to infiltrate and burn it to the ground.
Is there information in there on the captives?
Nothing more than he told you.
Can I take a look at it?
Echo has it currently.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
What are you guys doing with the book?
I don't know. What are you doing with the book?
I wasn't the one that stole it.
Can I show it to Shalandria?
Sure. She reads over the book and says, "This is unfortunately not of much interest. This person who wrote it apparently knew little to nothing about the captives.
Hmm.
I can't make anything of it, unfortunately."
Well, I guess I'm back down there. We attempted to gather, I don't know how well we did, but we think it might be Ganassi, which means if you do decide to try to actually fight in the arena, you would be sparring with some Ganassi if he and the woman aren't lying and do actually have Ganassi.
I do not plan on subjecting myself to any such combat.
As
Fair
more
enough.
you would be expected to.
Precisely.
I wasn't expecting it. It's an option.
It's an option I do not wish to take. It'd be far easier to deal with matters outside of that accursed Colosseum.
I do have another question for you.
Absolutely.
As a pledged apprentice towards you, is there any knowledge that you could bestow upon me that would further enhance my power to serve better?
Yes. It will take time to teach you. But I do believe I can bestow upon you the power in which you seek.
How
Perfect.
dreadfully exciting.
I will visit you in your dreams occasionally and teach it to you there. It's just much more effective.
I await it.
Wonderful. Any more conversations that you guys want to have?
I'm good.
Okay.
So we
how
are
much
stopping
longer do
for...
we usually have before that harpoon would be ready?
It's been another 5 days. You've got about a week and a half.
All right. So about the amount of time that it will take for us to get to where the Ogre King is and
back.
get back.
Well, it'll be probably a little short depending on how long. It's only a 2-day walk to Leader City and back, so it'd still be about a week short. I'll keep track of it.
Are you wanting to show off?
I like to keep options in my back pocket just in case stuff gets a little rough.
This is true.
Actually, since we now have an apprentice of you, Shalandria, do we now get passage in this area without paying the tax? If we do, that's completely fine. I'm just asking.
He does.
Of course.
You laughing now, dude, but you missed some key things he said.
I did not miss anything. I
Whisper,
understood.
we are stopping, correct?
What's that?
We are stopping, correct?
If you need to, we can. It's a little early, but I'm
No,
up to do
I
it if it's needed.
thought you said
Yeah,
like
you said
every
3
campaign.
hours.
Oh,
I was running the same thing.
Thank you. Yes. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take some time to adjust to. Yes, my apologies. So yeah, you guys. Thank you for respecting that. I appreciate it. I'm going to have to be the one to get used to it now. You guys get through the Paul, safe and sound. Arrive back in that same small harbor town in Oxalot. Steamer probably has another standoff with the dock guards, just knowing his nature, and we will pick up at that point.
It's not like he has an attitude or anything. I don't understand.
No, definitely not. Certainly.
Can I ask the name of the wormland once more?
Yeah. It's Arion.
Like
Okay.
I
Wait.
but
I thought you said Irion may contain more of the armor artifacts.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Nice.
I'll do it. Dun 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 dun. Okay.
let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
I love bridges. There's trolls beneath bridges.
All right. Good night, guys.
Later,
Good
man.
night.
Good night.
Hey, Whisper.
Huh?
Thank you.
2,
Yeah.
1.